everybody. Nothing wrong at all. Everything's going really well. Everything's going just fine today. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hopefully you're all doing wonderful. And Joey, thank you so much for the raid. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, that almost went down really poorly. I was going to really down poorly, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's going really well. Really well. Hey, you just came in the room, Jelly. You can't already be needing to go out. Look at her. Look at her down there. Jelly. Over here. Turn around. Jelly. Woohoo. Woohoo, family. So that's as close as we're going to get to look at Jelly's face, apparently. She just wanted in, by the way. She just wanted in. And she got in. And immediately what decided was, nope, I want out. I want out of here. But welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is great to have you here. And we shall be working on the theme park. That's right. We got some plans today. Got some plans and some announcements, which are super fun. And actually, I have two announcements. Yeah, I've got two announcements. One of those is definitely not the fact that I have still yet to find a Luke Skywalker lightsaber.
_fish_TV bit attack.
Sad.
X500.
Oh, Bovish thing. I can't. We're less than 3 minutes into this, and I've already lost the ability to speak. Bonefish TV, thank you so much for the bits. Very much appreciated. Mouse, thank you for the 5 gifted subscriptions to the community. Very generous of you. Very much appreciated. Give 44, thank you for the brand new subscription. Very much appreciated. AJ, thank you for the brand new subscription. Very much appreciated. Video Jane 5, thank you for the 8 months. Very much appreciated. Hey, Scar, good to see you again so soon. Watching your MCC on Saturday was so much fun. Oh, dude, I can't wait to talk about MCC. Got lots to talk about with that, so that'll be a fun topic for today. But yeah, I had so much fun. That was my favorite one. I don't know, just good vibes, good placements, which was nice. Still got a ton of things to work on, of course, but we'll talk about that. Let's see. What else? 42. Thank you for the 3 months. Very much appreciated. And Captain X, thank you for the 17 months. Subscription. Let's see. Eric, thank you for the 5 gifted subscriptions. Very much appreciated. Very generous of you. And 5 gifted subscriptions to the community. Very much appreciated. Cheese, thank you so much for the brand new subscription. Welcome aboard. Now, Jelly, come on now. We'll take care of you in a moment.
1000. Hello from Switzerland, hot guy.
Oh, Switzerland. Clawing the glass does not help your cause. Anyway. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Switzerland. Oh, the mountains. Oh, the architecture. Oh. The watches. Oh, the watches. I want to go to a watch tour. I want to go into one of the watch factories. I want to see them. I want to see them. Yeah, I would love to go to Switzerland someday. How's Jelly doing? I don't know, and I don't care. She's being a meanie face right now.
X500.
Almost, thank you so much for the bits. Very much appreciated. Very much. Okay, she is trying to get out. She'll get out eventually. Somebody will come around. I refuse to undo all my stuff to go over there and get her out. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. And so for today, like I said, we're going to be working on the theme park. We're getting those roads all established. Lots of topics, announcements, things along those lines. So super excited. So let's dive in. This is my hiding spot from these zombies, as you guys might be aware. We've got a bit of a mob problem here in the base, which is not surprising to be sure, but it is a problem, and it is a bad problem. So sometimes I get the hermits together and I'm like, run the gauntlet of mobs. So they have to run in here and dodge and weave all the mobs. And you think, oh, I can escape through this door. No, you got to go all the way around. Right now, it's not terrible. Right now, it's definitely not horrible, but there are times where there are more mobs than I've ever seen in the game. I don't even know how it's even possible, but you got to go out this last door. And that was an easy run. But yeah. Whew. Anyway, MCC skin. Yes, I still got it on. I got it on still. I do need to change. By the way, Cub, I died once. Cub took my helmet and put curse of We're now only 10 minutes in, and I'm still losing the ability to speak. Binding.
X500. Are you finally letting the beard come in? Many excite.
Wait, letting the what come? Wait, hold on. I missed half that message. Hold on. I'm gonna reread here. Let's see. Where's your message? Oh, the beard comment. Oh, I see. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just lazy, to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm lazy. The tireder I am, the more that it's there. I guess I would probably say. So let's sleep. We're going to see a small spoiler, by the way. Spoiler incoming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Pearl killed the chest monster. And I have tried my absolute hardest to be a perfect angel down here and avoid making it any more disorganized. I really had to put in an effort not to just dump my inventory. But this is going to be so perfect. So we'll talk about this more in a video soon. You're getting exclusive previews right now, by the way. So we'll talk about that more. And this will be great for when we do establish the storage system, right? I'm going to be able to come down here and just take the items and move them into their proper areas. And I know a lot of you have been asking about the storage system, so let's talk about it. I found a few different storage systems on YouTube that I've been poking about on.
X500.doc is sending creepers your way on purpose, lol.
I have heard this, but he's never made a mention to me about this.
X1000. Hi Scar, how are you? I've got band camp coming up soon and I'm so excited for my 18th birthday next month too.
Oh, nice. August birthdays. That's the best kind of birthdays. And dude, have a great time at band camp, and a very, very early happy birthday to you, of course. But yeah, apparently there's like creepers being flown, there's arrows, and then I've seen none of it. So I don't know. I haven't seen hide nor hair of Doc in a very long time, so I don't know what he's been up to. But yeah, okay. Anyway, storage system. That's right. So here's the plan so far for people who've been asking. Right side is still not done. Got more to talk about that later. Left side is complete in terms of exterior design. So these shops will not only contain the storage system, but it'll also contain shops for people to come and buy random things. So things that I want to do first. Are you kidding me? She's back. She's back again. Make up your mind, Jelly. Anyway, so there'll be places for you to go and buy, you know, like special hats, like theme park related hats, or a churro, or, you know, things that you would find at like a Disney theme park or any theme park in general, that'll be in these shops. So here's the deal. I want a storage system that I can dump my inventory off onto. So if I was like standing here, I could just be like right into like a hole, and then it sorts it out. So the original iteration of this design was, say, this is the stone, this is the wood, this is like natural product, and this is like miscellaneous, right? But I don't know if that's super viable to have the storage system separated out like that, because the idea would be that if you went into a shop, it was decorated like a shop, and the back wall was the storage system. So it was kind of like it was like restocking, if you will. I don't know how viable that would be by separating it into the different sections. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into a creative world, like just the whole thing, and then try to place the storage system of my choice into it and just see if it even works, right? Just see if it works. So this will be a fully automated, proper storage system. And the goal with it always is to take the items that I have and then dump it into a chest and have it sort it for me, so I don't have to think about it ever again. That is my absolute goal with it. And in the end, we might very well create the best storage system of all time. Not that it's the most, like
Jinxitage bit attacked.
Redstone-y?
X500. Hey Scar. My friend Cherify loves your content and is making an animation based on the life series about you and Grienne. Could you please give her...
Oh, cut off words of encouragement. Oh, dude, yes, of course, dude. One of the things that is so like one of the things that we love the most about Double Life or Double Lives or Amazing Lives or whatever one we're currently on, Double Life, Third Life, Last Life, there we go, is the fan engagement in that series is just incredible. And that's what like gives us so much motivation to do it, because the sessions are really long and the edits like take 2 days or more, and then on top of all the other stuff. So it's like sometimes you're like, whew, and then you see the engagement from the fans, you're like, oh, it's so worth it. Oh, it's so worth it. Like the animatics, the fan art, and all those things are just so wonderful. Like in our Discord, we have like a specific channel where we share all the animatics, artwork, and all the stuff that you guys create, so we can all like look at it together and stuff. So we love that stuff. So all the encouragement in the world. I can't wait to see your beautiful artwork. And yeah, we love it. We love it. I just love the fact that like Double Life has a dedicated like channels on there for like animations and all the different stuff you guys create. So we always share it together and look at it. So yeah, huge encouragement. So thank you so much for yeah, putting the time into that. I'm looking forward to it. There's a really cool one I actually saw. Wow, we're getting so much done today. It was me training for Double Life, right? I was like chopping out enchanters. I was shooting the bow. I was hugging jellies. Oh, it was really good. That's what I said. Like, I absolutely love the fan engagement with Double Life. It's just incredible. Anyway, let's get some work done here. Ooh, let's try not to be too disorganized. We'll do our best. It's like shopping carts. It is like a shopping cart. Molly Moose, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subscriptions. Very much appreciated. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need to start finishing these roads? Oh, stone. We need stone. Oh, stone. I had to tear out all the stuff we did in our last stream.
X500. Loved your off-road zoomies on Insta. Very Top Gun. Who needs TC when we have Scar?
Yeah, I had a ton of fun on the off-road wheelchair. That was the first time. That was the first time I've been on the off-road wheelchair since I was hospitalized. So the last time I went on it was maybe September. I can't quite remember. It was sometime last year. It was sometime last year, I guess, in the early fall, late summer. And yeah, that was the last time I was able to ride it until last week. So yeah, I was super, super excited to get on it. And hopefully I'm going to make a video soon about it. So that'll be really fun. Okay, so a new video, that is. I already have one currently. I'm still getting used to this storage system. So I'm like, where's my things? Look at this. Look at this. Pearl gave me an amethyst chest and an amethyst block chest.
X500. School also starts the day before my 18th this year. Also, I'm starting a new survival world because I haven't played in ages.
Oh, dude. I'm excited to hear you kind of get back into survival world. That's fantastic. Good luck with school, of course.
646-bit attacked. X11500.Scar. As someone who physically can't be sun or light, thank you for your inspiration in and out of Minecraft.
Stormgarden, thank you so much for that. It's very, very, very generous of you, and it's very much appreciated. Yeah, Storm, thank you so much for that. Very much appreciated. I'm familiar with that. So how do I explain this? What are the things?
XD_gamer bit attacked. X1000. Hey Scar. Just wanna say thank you for you lovely content and that I hope you achieve 2 million soon. Also, I loved the jelly.
Oh, the jelly pandas. Mr. XD Gamer, thank you so much for the bits. Very much appreciated.
Calypso Andromeda bit attacked. X600.
Dodging and weaving. But as I was saying, like as you mentioned, you weren't able to go out in the sun, and maybe get some enjoyment from the videos and things like that. So that makes me super happy, because one of the things that when I'm like at the lowest point, one of the things that I love to do is watch like travel videos. Like I love them, and sometimes like when I make those or anything, like I always hope that there's somebody out there that like gets the enjoyment that I get from when I'm down and watch videos. So
Scar, you are so important to all of us, and I hope you know that.
I appreciate that very much. And I'm dodging. Dodging those bits, very much appreciated. You guys are too nice. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. I remember when I was like at a really like bad health point. I remember watching those people that travel. They've gone to like 100 countries. Kate and Kara, I think it was. They were on the Siberian Railroad. And I remember I just watched their entire series when I was like down. I'm like, I'll never go on the Siberian Railroad, but I very much appreciate them going on it so I can enjoy it when I can't do anything. It's like, there's the most like, I don't know, like almost wild experience on that train. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not on it, but I'm really enjoying this video. I'm really enjoying these videos. You know, those are two people that are very, very smart. The way that they pivot and keep their channel fresh and unique is very unique to them, and very few channels can do that. Like, say, you know, the pandemic hits, you lose your entire ability to travel, and they like completely pivoted to a new thing, and then after that settled, they've pivoted to a new thing. Very, like, if you look at like YouTube channels, that's a very, very wise and very smart way of doing it. Me, I just throw blocks together. Okay, so I got deep slate. I've got the stone. I probably might need more stone. Man, the temptation of disorganization is so real right now.
The chaotic sock bit attacked. X600. Hey Scar, do you think you would ever play any non-Minecraft games on stream? If you do, I think you would really enjoy Stray because you play as a cat and it seems...
I could play as a cat on Stray? I don't even know what that is, but the thought of playing as a cat just sounds wonderful. I want to play as a cat so very much. Is there a co-op? Is there a co-op? There's a co-op. Can Green and I play together? Oh my god. No, there's not. Wait, I'm getting mixed messages here. I'm getting very mixed messages. I'm getting mixed messages. Okay, I'm getting a should be, a no, and a yes. I'm so confused. Okay. I'm gonna pretend there is and be super happy. Maybe that's a bad way. Then I'll be super disappointed. Do you see that Tube wanted to team with you for the next MCC? If he said that, I'm 100% down for that. You know what? The new guys, you know, the new guard of Minecraft, like the new
X500. I love you, Scar. As a disabled person, you inspire me so much and make feel like I can do anything.
Dude, that makes me super happy to hear. That's the one message that I always want to push, is that if you're disabled, that does not mean you cannot do anything. There's so many times that I felt that way, and I know other people felt that way, but that is a mindset that like you really need to work to try to overcome. And I had to do that myself, and I always show people that there are those times when you can do that, and you just have to unfortunately work much harder at it. Just that the people with disabilities live on hard mode, and that's just a fact that we all have to live with. But there are options, there are ways to achieve the things that you want to do in your life, and it takes a ton of work, and it's not always fair. That's very much true. But if you want to accomplish things, you want to do things, you gotta really go for it. So that's a message I always want to push, that things are tough, but you can always overcome them. There's always ways to work your way around things. You just gotta be so adaptable. Gotta be so adaptable. But yeah, that's why I created the original TwitchCon panel back in like 2015, was to try to like show that there are disabled gamers out there. Now there's like tons of good representation, all that stuff, but like back in 2015, there was nothing. There's nothing. And just to show that you know, we're out there, we can do what everyone else can, just a little different, sometimes better. So, you know, I appreciate that. We were talking about something, but I don't remember what before that very nice message. Anyway, all right, where's my copper? Pearl, where's my copper? Pearl, copper. Bro, you know I need a healthy dose of copper at all times. Copper. Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. Can't go a day without it. All right, there we go. There we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. We need granite of both varieties, and we need... What is the other thing we need? Oh, we need two more things. We need smooth stone, and we need bricks. I'm still trying to get used to this. I'm not used to being organized. Like this is a big moment for me. This is tough. This is tough.
Molly Moosey bit attacked. X500. Light up your buildings for us, please.
But how would I run the gauntlet? How would I run the gauntlet? I will light them up. I want to get some hermit killed in there somehow, some way, and I will do that. Some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. There we go. Sweet. All right, perfect. We got this all wrapped up. Oh, smooth stairs. Boom. There we go. Soon we're going to be the most organized person in all of Minecraft and have the absolute best storage system ever created. See, when I build something redstone wise, I want it to be both aesthetically and technically amazing.
Stray is an adventure single player, but I believe there is a mod to make it multiplayer. You can meow, scratch things, nap, and do other cat activities.
Okay. We have to play this. This sounds amazing. How could they have not have made this multiplayer? Come on, guys. Come on. Where's my smooth stairs? Where's my smooth stairs? All right, back to the smelter. Back to the smelter. Yeah, it does sound like an awesome game. It does sound awesome. Yeah, and I think the question too was, would I play some non-Minecraft games? Yeah. I just have so much to do constantly. I got so much to do. I got a theme park to build and this, that, and a million other things. So sometimes like getting to other things sadly doesn't always like, ow, hit the wall. Doesn't always hit the, doesn't always hit. So I just sometimes just got to make time for things, right? So that's the priority. I have, as you know, been completely inundated with stress lately because of my like healthcare situation. Trying to get my insurance settled because apparently hospitals and insurance companies can, as I mentioned on the previous stream, take away your ability to go to certain hospitals mid-year within the term of the contract for the health insurance, whereas you can't change, but apparently they can change because they have all the power. And so thankfully, so far as an update, we were able to establish care at my hospital. No thanks to the hospital, that's for sure. We were able to establish care through October and potentially through to the next year's like cycle. That will take much more work, but this took a week or more. My parents went above and beyond to get that settled. Yeah, so that's good. At least healthcare is at this place will be secured at least till October. So
Little Aim a bit attacked. X5000. Hi Scar. I began watching you in Third Life. Enjoying your content and your rants on Star Wars, although I haven't watched the series.
Wait, what was this? Your rants on Star Wars, but you haven't seen the series. I love the fact that you haven't seen Star Wars, but you just love listening to me just rant about it. Oh, I love that. That's hilarious. Thank you so much for the bits. That's very generous of you and very much appreciated. And I'll go on a Star Wars rant at any moment. It's brewing. I can tell you that. Oh, it's brewing. It's a brewing. There's always a good rant on there. I always think it's fun, like with our Star Wars rants, because like Star Wars, I'll admit I'm a little bit sweaty when it comes to it, but when it comes to Marvel, that's one where I just like sit back, and just enjoy. But then I know sweaty Marvel people, and they're like, oh, blah, 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 and I'm like, man, this is how I come across to casual Star Wars fans. Oh no. Very true. Can you burn, please? Thank you. Let me check my the chat.
Carrier slug bit attacked. X500. You got time to announce the stream on Twitter/YouTube?
I did it. I did it. I haven't tweeted it. It's tweeted. Thank you. And it's a good gift too. Check it out on Twitter. Give it a look. Give it a look. SpongeBob. Patrick is very angry for whatever reason. All right, let's grab some more supplies here. I know there's a million things we wanted to talk about today. Oh, one small thing I want to make sure I mention, because I know I will forget, is that our Patreon server, Scarworld, is updating to season 4 next month. So if you're interested, definitely check out the Patreon page. And there's a bunch of information that the mods have all set up there for you guys to look at and everything.
X500. Why do you hate Stitch so much?
Because Stitch has wronged me, and I've spoken about this in great length. In great length, I have. Stitch has wronged me on so many occasions in life, and I just hold such a grudge. There's very few things that I hold in grudge status. That's snakes. Snakes are the worst. Stitch. What else? A particular guy that used to work at a company that I worked for. I don't like people throwing people under the bus for their own expense. So of course that guy is on the grudge list. But yeah, pandas. Yeah.
X1000. Ayo Scare World new season pog.
Oh, man! Thank you so much for the bits. Very. You hear that? That was a smoke detector. That was the smoke detector again. Why does that do that every time I stream? Stream's just fire, that's right. But yeah. Yeah. Stitch has wronged me multiple times. All right, let me check with the chat. What are you guys up to over here? Low batteries. It probably is. It probably is. There's no way I can change the batteries. This is about as high as I go. This is about as high as I go. All right, let's see. Okay, so that was one announcement. So the Patreon server is resetting. So like I said, more information on like the YouTube community page. And of course on my Patreon page. So that was one announcement. Oh, the other announcement. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but not on this channel, I think. Yes, right? Yeah. Oh, you're no Hawkeye, but that's cute. I appreciate the effort. I will be streaming on Xbox's channel. And I actually have a graphic that I should have posted earlier, but I didn't. For their Disability Pride Month stream. So it'll be really fun. A bunch of... You can pretend you're Hawkeye all day. You're never gonna make it. You're never gonna make the cut.
X500. Hey Scar, how are you?
It's so dangerous.
Just want to say that if you will ever visit the Netherlands, you should really go to the Efteling.
Go to the what? Oh, wait, what is that? That sounds fun. What is that? I really want to make a build on Amsterdam, like with the canals and stuff. I think it'd be so fun. I think it'd be so fun. I'd love to make a trip to Europe at some point. Absolutely would love that. But yeah, we'll be streaming on the Xbox channel with a bunch of other wonderful people to celebrate Disability Pride Month with them and talk about disabilities, this, that, and the other thing. And it's going to be super fun. And I'll post more about it on Twitter today.
How has Stitch wronged you? He is so cute and fluffy and your smoke detector is out of battery. That's why it makes that sound.
I'm burning up. It's so dangerous here. It's so dangerous. You got... Hey, that's a cheap shot. You just jump down one block. We got Alan up top. We got mobs down below. Whew. It's a dangerous place, my friends. It is a dangerous place. Dangerous. So dangerous. I'm eating. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Okay, so yeah, there's our fun announcements. So yeah, Patreon resetting, and of course, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. Let's talk about where the videos have been. That'll be fun. So Let's see. Ajamano, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subscriptions to the community. Very, very much appreciated. Very, very, very much appreciated. And Josh, thank you so much for the brand new subscription. Welcome aboard the Starship Good Times.
Shovel 241-bit attacked. X500. Hey, just dropped in to take a look at the stream. What you said about finding ways to succeed with amidst limitations really resonates.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 100% my fault. I didn't increase the character limit before the stream. You guys showed me how to do it. Amidst limitations really resonate with me. Been trying to follow your lead, your inspiration. Well, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I really much appreciate that. And yeah, and you know what? All these things you it's never feel like. So one thing that always got me was like, you see people and things look so easy from the outside. Like you look at them and like, oh, you know, looks so easy for them, but it never is. So that's one thing I always want to say is like, if you're struggling with something, that's perfectly okay. As long as you always just get back up. Always just get back up. That's like the biggest thing sometimes is like, you see something and you're like, I just don't know if I can accomplish it, but always just get back up. Things are hard, things are tough, things are always going to be difficult. But the number one thing is just always get back up. Let's see. Let me check on the chat here. What's the Royal Scotsman train? Dude, that sounds amazing. That sounds like, I don't know what. That sounds very, very fancy. That sounds very fancy. Very, very fancy. I don't know what that is. You guys always have all the best things. It's like the Hogwarts train in real life. Oh, dude. Where can I get that in my life? I love trains. Love trains all my life. I've had everything from like, you know, kids model trains to like, you know, like very like cool advanced like collector model trains as I grew up and stuff like that. I love trains. Dude, when we went to Disneyland, I was like, first thing we did, we go to on the train. First thing we go on the train. Immediately on the train. I absolutely loved it. Still do. Still do.
Tykins_bit attacked. X500. Show love 500. I was not immune to the good times and your content has been giving something to look forward to at the end of the day. Less than 3 also best
Best MCC team. Dude, I really appreciate that. Thank you for the nice message. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And it sounds like you must have enjoyed MCC, which was awesome. Who wants to talk about MCC? I do. I want to talk about MCC. So, MCC. As I said before, I think that was my favorite MCC. Really, really fun. And we did better. I've been putting in a ton of time trying to learn a little bit. So trying to work on my movement is one. I've really tried to improve my sprinting, which is actually improved a lot. So if we were to go back to my first MCC, specifically parkour tag, and you watched both VODs together, you'd see that I have made an improvement there. It's not a big improvement. It's nothing that you would be like, wow, Scar's popping off, but it's an actual improvement. And I'm able to stay alive longer, which is good. And I'm able to actually do a little tiny bit of parkour, a tiny bit. Whereas before, when I was trying to use my sprint key as like W, I wasn't able to do it. But Jem told me to switch it to caps, and I agree. It's such a cleaner method, in my opinion, to sprint. So that's really helped. And then Ace Race, I had fun with Ace Race, but I did poorly still. So work to be done there, of course. PvP, it doesn't look like it, but I have gotten a little bit better with it. I know there was a couple of like awkward, like, I'm in my inventory. Why am I in my inventory? Type of thing. But I have improved there a smidge. Why am I all particly? Anyway. Yeah, I just been trying to improve it where I can for sure. And I'm so glad, I'm so thankful to just be in the MCC community. Very, very, very thankful. I sat on the sidelines for so long with MCC just because, one, I didn't think that I was good enough to participate. Where's my bricks? and 2, I thought people would just trash me for being bad. But that was so far from the actual case that
500.HeyScar, what's your opinion on me running an updates account on Twitter for you?
Dude, yeah, you can of course do it if you like. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that was so far from the case that the MCC community has been incredibly welcoming. The creators and the participants have been equally as wonderful and awesome. So the opinion that I always have is it's always like, oh, people won't, want this, or they won't like this or me or whatever, is generally wrong. I gotta have more like confidence in myself. I gotta have a little bit more confidence in myself would be great. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a very welcoming and wonderful community. I know people can get a bit competitive in this and that, but in my chat, like, everybody's super, super chill. And I think that's really good, because at least the vibe that I like in my chat is we want to be competitive. We're trying, we're working. We're not going to let our team down. We're always putting in our best effort, but we're also going to have a good time and make some jokes. And I think that's in my opinion, a very good balance. Is at least you're putting in effort. You never want to just, slack, but you also want to have some jokes. You want to try the barn strategy. It's the best strategy there is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very, very thankful to be a part of the MCC community. So always a big thank you to the Nox crew and Scott for inviting me. Very, very thankful and appreciative of that. And very thankful and appreciative of all of you for showing up, and all of the MCC community for being so, I don't know, just nice. And I appreciate it. And always sending me a lot of helpful hints on how to improve and stuff like that. I don't know how to improve Ace Race at this point. I don't know what I did wrong. I didn't have any like catastrophic mistakes. I just was not fast. I think that's what it came down to. I was just not fast. I was just not fast. I wasn't cutting those corners and stuff like that. Nox Cruz puts on a great show. Oh, dude, of course. The finest in all the land, MCC is. I when I look at the show, like, there's nothing that I would... Like, they always ask for feedback. I have like nothing to give because it's run so well. It's run so well. Like, I don't have any feedback. Absolutely love it. Oh, and the team was great. The team was great. It was so nice to meet Ant for the first time, because I've played twice, I believe, with Ant on a practice server, and he's destroyed me. So glad he was on our side.
Double member, would you like to become closer friends with?
Let's see. What was that message again? Let's see. Where was that? Where was that?
Where was that message? Bit attacked. X500. Scar, I love how you always try to improve and stay positive.
Oh, what Hermit or Double F member are you closer friends with? I don't know. Very close to all the Hermits or Double F members. There's definitely people that I would like to do like more content with, for sure. Yeah, definitely would like to do more content with. But that shall become a secret for now, because there are a lot of things cooking.
I watch when the simmers compete and they like you just have fun and try to improve each time. It is why I like watching you both. Yes.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I really try to strike a balance of, like, obviously, putting in our full effort, but also having fun. That's my goal with MCC, is to have as much fun as possible, and also never let the team down. And obviously, like, yeah, Ace Race was such a sticking point, because on the practice server, I'm pretty good at, but it doesn't always translate into the actual game. But this time I worked on not tensing up, so that's a big one. And I worked on trying not to get so like caught up in my head, that even though we did very poor, still had fun. I still had fun. Someday I really do want to do Build Mart with Green. Like, I think that's like one of my MCC goals, is to have a Sand Duo Build Mart for the win team. For the win team. I really want that. I really want that. But I've got to say, I think the best games in MCC are Sands of Time and Meltdown. Those. Oh, and Rock. Okay. Rocket Split's on a scale of its own. It's way up here. But my MCC, in my opinion, at its absolute finest, is Sands of Time and Meltdown. Those are so well made and so much fun. Those are so much fun. And I really like Meltdown because it has like zero parkour and bows. But Sands of Time is also fun. The sand keeping aspect of it and all that are very unique. And that is at their absolute finest. Yeah, I know some people don't like Build Mart. But you know, in some regards, they need to balance MCC to accommodate like all types of Minecraft, right? Because there are building, there's PvP, there's parkour, there's all of that. So so I see the need of it. I do wish they had a solution to make everyone happy. I do wish they had a solution for that, and I'm sure they're thinking about it. Yeah, and Build Mart 2 gets a bad rap because like there's far more like fantastic PvPers in MCC than there are people who like only do building, right? So it's like it definitely gets a little overweighted a little bit on that account, but I don't know. I think I've only done Build Mart one time. And I didn't have a good run. Believe me, I still want to redeem myself from that. I made that catastrophic mistake, and it was not good. It was not good at all. Not good at all. Not good at all. Okay, have we successfully done that? Now, there is no text. Hold on. But back of my wheelchair is misaligned. It's always something. So we've got this done. I do need to texture this, so we'll get that all textured. But the loop is nearly complete. And yes, every time I try to change it, it looks more and more like a heart. When we get a little further in to the design, it won't look like a heart. Promise. I have built out this and scaled it in a test world because last time okay, so people actually wonder this. Did I like build out a lot of this ahead of time? Yes. The reason being is the last time I tried to make a road for a city, I spent days fixing the mistakes that I made. That's why I like have everything all lined up and counted out perfectly, because I'm like, I'm not doing that again. That was season 5, and oh, the mistakes. Oh, by the way, this thing, trial balloon. You'll see this a lot in theme park designs. So when a theme park is looking to create an expansion, and especially in Disney's case, they're very cognizant of sightlines. So if you have Frontierland here, it's an old western area, and you have Tomorrowland over here, you don't want those two things colliding. So if you're building something of scale, you start raising up balloons to try to gauge height and sightlines of the land. So that's what we're doing here for the castle. So I'm trying to get an idea on like where the castle will be visible from and things along those lines. So just try to get an idea how that works. So yeah, if you're ever at a theme park and you see a bunch of random balloons at different heights, that's how they are trying to determine, you know, different sight lines. So if we're on Main Street, if we see the balloon, they're going to be like, we're going to need to go down about 10 feet, or we're going to need to build something here, or trees, or something along those lines. So, so yeah, that's what I'm doing there. I'm trying to gauge the height and things along those lines. Most likely that castle will probably be here, actually be a bit taller. I have not actually touched the design of the castle yet because I'm terrified of castles. It's true. So yeah, progress is being made. We're getting there.
CTSH1 bit attacked. X500. Hello from the UK. The Flying Scotsman is a Harry Potter style steam train that goes through the Scottish countryside. Plenty of nice travel vid.
No, Scarvis, you are not allowed to cut off messages. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where's that message? The Flying Scotsman is a Harry Potter style steam train that goes through the Scottish countryside. Plenty of nice travel. I will have to look that up for sure. And Arkan, thank you so much for the bits. I work with one of the top VX studios, playing with some of the most talented artists out there. And you keep blowing my mind with your builds. Oh, dude, that's very nice of you. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for the nice message, and welcome to the stream. All right, so dude, I'm gonna watch that trade video after the stream. Okay, so we need to take these blocks. See how I laid this all out so it could be easily done, and I'm not sitting here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hello, my friend. I hope today is going well for you. Loved the video of you enjoying your motorized chair.
Oh, Gem, thank you so much for this. Jem, thank you so much for the support. Very, very much appreciated. And I'm glad you liked the trip on the off-road wheelchair. It was very, very nice to be able to get out. I have not been able to get out much lately, and be able to finally get back on the old off-road wheelchair was very, very fun. So, okay, wonderful. We have mistakes. Do I place the blocks here? Or do I place it here? I counted these out like a month ago, so I'm not entirely sure.
Love from Bellbit Attacked. X500. Hey Scar, I think you'd like the Railway Museum in York, UK. I live near there and it's really cool. Also, I'm disabled and outlook on life is something I
inspired to. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. When I go to the UK, I will make. I'm making notes in my head. I'm making notes in my head of things I want to do, and that sounds like definitely something I want to do for sure. I was supposed to go in 2020, but as you know, things planned in 2020 did not work out as they were planned to be. Not even at all. Frustrating. Anyway, we are making some progress here. So one of the things that I need to decide in, that's very good English, Scar. What? Way to go. Good job today. One thing I need to decide is how this area is going to go. I have not determined that. Like, are we going to put some additional buildings on either side? Are we going to do a train station similar to, say, Disneyland? That stuff I haven't decided on. I'll probably push that till after the castle. Because I really should get the castle done. I think a lot of people are really excited about that. I'm terrified about it. Oh, I've had so many creepers go off here. It's broken all of the dirt blocks that go across here that I painstakingly counted out. I'm gonna pretend. Hey, you leave me alone. That just went right through you, didn't it? I'm gonna pretend that the block would go here, 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 here. Oh man, you can see how there was mistakes here when I repaired it. I'm gonna do my best to finish this. You should block the doors. Yeah, you know what? I had that blocked at one point, and then they've been unblocked. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But as I said, I'm not lighting it up until I get more hermits to run the gauntlet. Got a few more people to run through there and risk their life. As Vita helped you with the castle, can we just take a moment? Can we take a moment for my frustrations of miscounting, even though I counted it out perfectly and then it got blown up? Let's take a quick. Man, I am having the most difficult time talking today. We're gonna take a quick look at VOD's castle. Like, it is so cool. He's already put it out in a video. Just make sure, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you watch it. But we're gonna take a quick peek. English is hard, right? Oh, I wish my one language wasn't so hard. All right, here it is. This is super cool. Oh wait, there might be spoilers now. Okay, dang it. This man's dedicated to this thing. All right, we're only gonna show this much. It is super, super well designed. Like, when you look at that from below, it is really beautiful. And he really took like the texturing to like the next level. Like, it is fantastic. He did such a good job on it. But yeah, it looks like there's some spoilers now, so we'll avoid those for now. But yeah, B-Dubs did such a good job on that castle. looking around, trying to see what else has been happening on the server. I have not had much time on the server lately with everything going on. I've not had a chance to check out everything, so I'm sure there's lots of new stuff. A lot of spoiled. Yeah, well, we only saw it for a minute, and it just got you excited to eventually watch VOD's video. And I think I mentioned it before. I know some people have been asking where the next Hermitcraft video is. It is completing this section of the streets, and I mentioned before, like, my stress level is like 9,000, and that is truly the killer. It is the absolute killer of creativity for me. And I think I mentioned that on Twitter. As I asked people, I think I said along the lines of stress is the killer of creativity. And it was interesting. There was a lot of people that had, you know, different opinions and stuff, which was nice. Some people found that stress actually brings out their creativity, which I thought was really interesting. Like, for me, that's a complete opposite. But as you know, everybody's different in their own, still can't speak, in their own unique ways. And it really got me thinking about creativity in general. One of the best ways to bring out my creativity is to have obstacles or guidelines. So, for instance, say somebody said, Scar, for this storyline, I need a factory as fast as possible. And that, to me, is the best way to spark my creativity. Instantly, I'm like, it's like a slot machine. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go steampunk. I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go this, and they just start like lining up in my head perfectly. But if I'm just sitting there with a blank piece of paper like this, I'm just like, I'm gonna go pet the cat and get nothing done. But yeah, that is one of the best ways. It was like when I wanted to work at, we need more bricks. Man can never have enough bricks these days, you know? When I wanted to work at like Imagineering and specifically Pixar when I was younger, one of the jobs that I wanted was a storyboarder or like a conceptual artist. So say they have a script or something and they need artwork to represent certain scenes like that. Like, that was what I wanted to do. Give me that idea and let me create what it is. Let me take these words and create a picture for you. And that was my dream job. And weirdly, I have that job, just on my own terms. And that's here in Minecraft. But yeah, so like, yeah, whenever there is something like that, that's the fastest way to trigger my creativity. I also do enjoy sometimes having, and this is not an opinion shared by all hermits, is say like if you have a shopping district and you plot out things, you have like plots and stuff like that. I find that, or like say maybe Aquatown, for instance. Aquatown had a theme. It was a broad theme, but it had a general theme of an old-fashioned city. And that area was just a fountain of inspiration for me. Like, having those little like guidelines set, like, just turns my mind like perfectly in sync with what I need to do. Because sometimes when it's just too open, it's all looking around like, oh, I'm gonna watch another Disneyland video or something. But when it's like synced to, I need to get this done and it's this and this, my brain just goes, thank you. We shall comply and give you the ideas needed. When it comes to creativity, another aspect that's really good that I've found, and this is what I always try to convey to people, is when you do select a theme for something you want to build in Minecraft, and this is super important, is you need to make sure it is a idea that is a well of inspiration. And what I mean by that is, if you start with an idea that you can pull so much information or inspiration that is from it. So for instance, a theme park. When you think about a theme park, it's pretty open-ended on what you can do, but there's so much you can pull. Like, oh, I need a front gate. I need turnstiles. I need a roller coaster. I need this and I need that. If you were to think like old Western, oh, I can make a fort. I can make a wagon. I can make a lumber mill. I can make a mine. If you were to think of a futuristic city, oh, at the center of it will be a rocket port, and there'll be futuristic buildings surrounding it. Oh, maybe the town that is the futuristic city, maybe they're mining some kind of mineral that powers the ships. And you kind of see what I'm going there is when you have these little like basic things like a futuristic city, Western outpost, you can pull so much from it.
Thanks for streaming. I look forward to Scare World Season 4.
I forgot Scarvis pronounces Scar World Scare World. We should just change the name to Scare World. Actually, for Halloween, mark that down. Whatever we do for Halloween will be called Scare World. Anyway, but yeah, it's just a good way of going about building in Minecraft is to take like these very basic ideas that then have a well of ideas. Continuing on from that, you could even say a pirate. Okay, I'm going to be a pirate. What does a pirate need? It needs a ship. It needs a fort. It needs buried treasure. And all these are little builds that you can then add to your to whatever you're creating in Minecraft. I mean, you could even take it deeper into the Minecraft realm, right? For our season 6 base, of course, we were pirates, and our starter base was a hidden pirate cave. And then we created boats. We created a little city, and Minecraft specifically, we needed, of course, to make a portal, and well, we made it a cursed portal, like the curse of the black pearl. But yeah, that is the finest way to keep yourself motivated and interested in Minecraft. Start with something very, very basic, and then build on top of it from the story that's already built into pirates and elves and all that stuff. It's just a fountain of inspiration and ideas. So when you're looking to build something, am I out of bricks again? Can a man have enough bricks in his life? Is to start with that basic theme. Like, what do I want to be? I want to be a pirate. Oh, I can make a pirate ship. I can make a fort. Things along those lines. That is how you... In a volcano. Yes, you're right. That's the fastest way to like good sustained creativity in Minecraft. At least it is for me. What am I doing? Ah, here we go. That is not enough. As I said, you can never have enough bricks, apparently. Sweet, there we go. I'm sure that could be better articulated, but yeah, that's the best I could do. That's the best this brain can do. Scar, how do I start watching Star Wars? You get a month subscription to Disney Plus, and you, in my opinion, you start with the prequels. Well, there's a lot of controversy. I can already hear the Star Wars fans over there. Like, I can hear the clicking. I would say you start with the prequels. You go into the original trilogy. I don't know. Just start with the. I don't know. See, I can already see the Star Wars clickers out there. They're already going. Start with New Hope. I mean, yeah, you could do that. I don't know. What? See, look at them. Look at them over there. They're already clicking. Look at. They're already clicking. There are only 3 Star Wars movies. But yeah, I personally, I would start with the. I don't know. See, there's so many people who will tell you to start with New Hope first. Okay, here, let's decide this once and for all. What did the creator say? George Lucas. What did he say? Rascal? I know you know this. I hope Rascal's here. Rascal was here earlier. Did George Lucas want us to start with New Hope or the prequels? I don't know, because I always defer to George Lucas, as he is the creator. He's the one that created it all. If he said start with New Hope, then we start with New Hope. If he says we start with the other one, then we start there. That's what I'll say. Just do it random. Yeah, that could be a. Oh wait, what George Lucas said? I got my money, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't ever want to like discourage somebody from watching by not giving them good information. That's my worst fear. Star Wars movie roulette. Wow. For a new person, that would be so confusing. Oh my gosh. Okay, how about you do it this way? start with New Hope. Do it the way I started, right? I watched New Hope. I watched Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then the prequels came out, and then you're like, oh, I want to know how this all started, and then you go and watch Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and then watch Revenge of the Sith. I would say go in that order. Go in that order, and then after that, if it's something you enjoy and something you like, I would highly encourage you to watch the animated series Attack of the Clones. Very good. Rebels is also really good. Those are really, really fun shows that bring out, in some cases, the best of Star Wars. And then after that, maybe, get yourself into the Mandalorian. It's good stuff there. Obi-Wan, you take it or leave it. It's got its moments. But yeah, the Clone Wars is some of the absolute best Star Wars there is. It takes a little to get going in it, but when it does.
We must watch the movies in order as done by Rotten Tomatoes. Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh, you gotta watch the holiday special. Hey, that's actually looking pretty good. That's true. Yeah, the Clone Wars are just such. Dave Filoni is just all the good things. All the good things. I also like Rebels a lot. I do like Rebels. Rebels actually has some of my favorite single episodes. I like the Clone Wars as a whole or as a series more than Rebels. But if I were to break out individual episodes, I would say Rebels has some of my absolute favorite animated episodes in it, if that makes sense. There are some really, really good episodes in Rebels. I don't want to spoil any of them, but they're quite good. Where do I stand on Lord of the Rings? I don't know. I have not read the books, and I've seen the movies vaguely one time. I do want to get into it, Lord of the Rings. It's just a time and a place when I have the energy to get into it. I'm so offended by your Lord of the Rings take of not having one. I haven't read the books yet. I will. I have the books. I have an HBO subscription. It's all there. I just need the right moment to watch it, right? Sometimes you need to be in the right headspace to properly enjoy something. There are countless times where I've watched something and I didn't really like it at the time, and I watched it again and absolutely loved it. And with Lord of the Rings, I need to be in the right mindset and ready to get into it. And right now, it's not like my head's not in the right spot to enjoy something of that scale and magnitude. So when it's good, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get in because I know I'm going to love it, but I want to make sure that I'm ready in the best possible way to fully take in the Lord of the Rings. So yeah, when the time comes, I shall be ready. I don't know how to fix this, by the way. This part's really annoying. This part's really, really annoying. I don't know how to fix this. Everything feels wrong right here. Everything feels wrong right here because this area got blown up and I lost my precious counts. And I have a screenshot now, so I'm gonna see if I can properly count this out. This is what I did not want to do on stream. This is what I did not want to do, but I am ended up in this position, and I'm not happy about it. I hate counting out stuff. I especially on stream. But these pieces. See, I'm already going to goof this up. Oh, man. This is so bad. So it's a 3-3 and then a 2. I'm so glad I had this screenshot because this is why I planned ahead. This is why I planned ahead with this. Oh, see, the screenshot doesn't even match this. Forget it. I'm done. I will do this off camera because I need to go back in my Cray world and make sure that I line this up. This is all very precise. It all needs to line up very, very precisely. And as I said, that's why I counted it out and did it all in creative ahead of time to make sure all these curves are correct, because I do not want a repeat of season 5 Scar City. It was bad. Okay, so 3-3-2-2. So it's 3-3-2-2. Let me double check this. I feel like something's... Yeah. See that? See that? This area is not correct. See this one block right here? That's not supposed to be there. Okay, there's our issue. There's our issue. Ooh, you found it now. Look at that. Look at this. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. All right. Let me check in with the chat. Sorry about that. All right. Let me check in with it. Let me check in what we got here. Are you guys all still mad at me for not watching Lord of the Rings? Are we still good for the Lord of the Rings fans out there? No, you're still upset. Wow. I'm gonna watch them. As I said, I just need to be in the right headspace to enjoy them. And then when I do, see, this part's too tight, right? This is only a 2, whereas the sidewalk in general. What have I done wrong here? I've made grave mistakes. I've made such grave mistakes. I have no idea what I did wrong. See, this is why I lined it up properly ahead of time. Only to have a creeper blow up my nicely organized and counted out things. Monsters they are. Monsters, I say. But yeah, I am actually looking forward to Lord of the Rings. It'll be cool. I have all the books. The movies are on HBO. I want to make sure I get the long ones. I want the long books or the movies. And I want the short ones. I want the extended versions. So 3, 3, 2, and then I believe there is another 2. Okay, now let's go check up. So, and then it goes straight into ones. Okay. All right. Okay, then this goes here, and that goes there. Oh, that cuts so close to there. Oh, anyway, there we go. I'm so glad we got that finished. I told you, if I lose track, I'm gonna mess that up, and I don't want a Scar World Season 5 issue again, where I redo the roads 3 times off camera that you never got to see. My pain, blood, sweat, and tears. Sweet. I'm so happy that looks decent. Okay, let's move on to getting the other section set. Actually, let's pop up back up here. There we go. But yeah, if you guys have any Q&A questions, you can always go hashtag Q&A Scar. If you have any Q&A questions, yeah, let me know. There we go. Get that in there. Beautiful. Okay, good. I'm happy that's done. Sweet. Okay, let's get the flower beds going. More fun part. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we can get some of this done. I can't touch that at the moment because I'm still showing that in my video. That was a bit of a start, to be sure. Pearl, I'll organize those. Don't worry, Pearl. Don't be upset with me. Let's see. Q&A Scar, do you like the Dream SMP? I'll admit that I don't have often a lot of time to watch a lot of content, but the people that I've known from the server have been absolutely wonderful people. So that's really good. And I think I was mentioning this before. I think somebody mentioned Tubbo earlier in the stream that those guys are great. Are good people, which makes me very happy that these new guard, like the new generation of Minecrafters, are like good people. That's hopefully inspiring equally good people to come up then behind them. So everyone I've met from there have been absolutely wonderful people. So that makes me super happy. That hasn't always been the case in the Minecraft community. So I'm very glad that these guys, you know, the current like, you know, kind of big guys in the community, hopefully then kind of inspiring the younger people are good people. I'm trying to look for the things that I need from here. It is still tough. This is tough. Find anything. But yeah, I don't get to watch as much Minecraft and different content as I'd like. Life is complicated the last few years, sadly. Burl, I need some help. I need some help. Where is the moss? I'm looking for moss and I'm looking for acacia leaves. This is so bad. Did I watch The Boys on Amazon? I did. That is a wild ride and I enjoyed it. The end was a little anticlimactic. I'm tired of this in Marvel, and I'm tired of this in Star Wars. Sometimes you just need to kill people. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it right now. Sometimes you just need to kill people, and those killed people need to stay dead. They need to stay dead. If you're gonna kill somebody, you got to make sure that they stay dead. It's not gonna be taken out of context at all, but that's fine. I really want to spoil something that annoyed me in that last episode, but it's fine. I like the series. I like the season. It was just the last episode. Like, kill people and stay dead. Except for Cad Bane. Where is my moss? Am I gonna have to go buy moss because I can't find moss? That I guarantee you that's gonna be the case here. I'm gonna have to go and buy moss because I can't find my moss. This is the sad fact of how my brain actually works, is I guarantee you in chaos I would be able to find it, but in an organized sense, I'm like, this is hard. Touchdown. What did you think of the new Thor movie? Sadly, I have not seen it. I have not been to the movie theater since Force Awakens. It's been quite some time. It has been quite some time. If there was a movie that I would willing to go to the theater for, it would have been Top Gun. It's expensive moss, but that's fine. Take all my diamonds, B-dubs. Take all my diamonds. I'm poor again. I'm poor. Poor again. I'm poor. Let's see. Q&A Scar. What is your favorite Disney Plus Marvel series? I'm gonna say WandaVision, and very close, of course, is Loki. I love those two series. They were very, very, very well done. So yeah, those would be my favorite. Really like Loki, but I think WandaVision edges it out just slightly because I think it was very creative. It's very, very, very creative. And plus, I really like old TV shows. So it's kind of right up my alley. Like when I was a kid, I watched all those old TV shows. So, you know, I was vibing to those quite heavily. I really liked those, and the creativity of it was on another level. As for Loki, same. Really enjoyed it. I think the creativity was good. Had those Portal vibes, I felt like. Unimap, thank you so much once again for 10 gifted subscriptions to the community. Very generous of you and very much appreciated. Thank you so very much. I really think that Loki would have been a fantastic addition to Avengers Campus or one of those types of things. I think it would have been way better than the Spider-Man rides. I think it fits the vibe of a Disney theme park really well with the TDA type of thing, and how you could go on these time adventures and stuff like that. That is the perfect recipe for a theme park attraction. But instead they just went for whatever was known the most, and that was Spider-Man. And they just took an off-the-shelf type attraction, something very, very similar to Midway Mania, and was like, here we go, they'll love it. It's like, there's basically that same ride like 10 feet down the way. It's like, but yeah, the TVA would be so good for a theme park attraction. I can't tell you enough how amazing that would be if that was an attraction. Or even WandaVision for its own would be a great theme park attraction, because could you imagine, right, going from those different eras back and forth in different scenes? That would make such a fantastic ride. Oh, I would absolutely love it. Okay, so here's the deal. We're working on our flower beds. So I'm going 2 moss out from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place flowers on these blocks here. And then the following set of blocks back here, we're going to do azalea leaves. And then we'll get our flowers after we get this all set. Oh, look at this. This is starting to come out. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Try to get this organized in the right way to make this look decent. That is easier said than done. Because this is a design that I played around in my creative world. I've had so much fun taking coral and trying to make like interesting and unique flower designs. I'm actually gonna back these off here. I'm gonna go off of that point right there. Eat. I see much eating. Oh, well, let's have a cookie. Thank you for telling me. How's Jelly? Oh, you know, she's doing fine, being a menace as always. What do you think of Darth Jar Jar theory? Oh, I love Darth Jar Jar theory. I love it. Let's see. I'm going to Disneyland Paris this year. What ride would you recommend? Well, of course, the park right across from the Magic Kingdom style park, so Disneyland Paris, right across the Studios park. They just opened their Avengers campus area, which, for everything I've seen, looks quite nice. And as for inside Disneyland itself, well, their Thunder Mountain is really unique. The most unique of all the parks. Their Haunted Mansion is also unique. So I would say the attraction that I would most want to see at Disneyland Paris is their Haunted Mansion Phantom Manor, because you're not going to see that at any other Disney park around the world. Yes, you'll be able to find other Thunder Mountains in other parks around the world, but not that unique. It's very unique. Its Space Mountain is also unique, but I've heard very mixed reactions to the current version of it because they've changed it to Hyper. I believe it's like Hyperspace Mountain or something, themed to Star Wars. I know a lot of like the hardcore like purists of the park really miss the old like Jules Verne take on it. But yeah, I would definitely be excited for the Haunted Mansion. Their Pirates of the Caribbean is also unique. But I'm always partial to Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean. Being the original, I think it is still the best. I think that's an opinion that is controversial in the Disney community. But I still say Disneyland is the best. Disney World is probably the worst, I'd say. I think Disney World is the worst Pirates of the Caribbean of all of them. There's a lot of reasons for that. Specifically, one of the Imagineers actually said that once. He's like, this is the worst one. Am I right, guys? It's true. Thoughts on Mission Space? I have never been on it, but when it was being built as a kid, I was very happy. I'm looking for flowers. Pearl? Where's the flowers? Flowers. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Is there a moss chest? Disneyland or Disney World? That's just a personal preference, but I prefer... Oh, I think I made a mistake here, but I think it's fine. I might raise this up one block. Yeah, I'm gonna raise this up one. Yeah, it's extra work, but I think in the end, this will actually come across as a better design. And I'm okay doing extra work for better design. I'm okay with it. It's extra work, as I said, but I think in the end it'll be worth it. We just need to make a couple little modifications and we'll be all set and ready to roll. Yeah, as I said, it's a personal preference, but yes, I prefer Disneyland over Disney World. That's mainly because as a kid I went to Disneyland. Only went to Disney World like once or twice actually. Yeah, and of course, as I said, it's a personal preference, but what I like about Disneyland is that one, there's a different feeling at Disneyland than Disney World, being the original, being the oldest. Second is that Disney, and this is true, Disney puts more money into like small details at Disneyland that Disney World never gets. Reason being that the Imagineering who creates the parks is in close proximity to, of course, Disneyland, and there's just little details. Like, for instance, Disneyland World still uses a lot of like slurry pavement, whereas Disneyland has replaced all of it in their parks with, you know, themed pavement. So it's all themed. Like there's stamped concrete for different lands and this and that. If you look at general planter beds or different things like that, they're always more decorative at Disneyland. Nothing to the scale of Disneyland Paris, of course. As Tony Baxter once said, Disneyland's the charm, Paris is the beauty, Disney World's the scale. But I don't know, there's lots of little details, and I can go on and on about how Disneyland has so many more details than Disney World. Now, Disney World, for its pluses, I would say it's a better place for people to go for just like a straight up vacation. There are more options in terms of hotels, amenities, and things that you can do in those areas. And if I go back to the details again, you'll also notice that a lot of rides at Disney World sometimes don't always have the same budget that they do at Disneyland, and rides that might be cloned from one park to the other, those might actually be better at Disneyland. And a lot of times in the past, when they were doing a cloned attraction, so if they were building one in Disney World and one in Disneyland, most often the people at Disney World would try to get budget cuts to keep the costs down, and Disneyland crew was like, bro, trying to make a cool ride over here. That was more the case in the early 2000s to late 2000s. But yeah, that was definitely the case.
And named Nobody Bit Attacked. X500. I'll be at Disneyland next week. I'll get you a goofy hat. Thanks for being amazing.
Hey, nobody, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful time at Disneyland. But see, this is the thing, is like this is coming from like a sweaty theme park nerd. And there are details that you will never notice that will impact your enjoyment at all. You'll love Disney World and all the things. But for me, there's just little things that I still like, that I really like about Disneyland that Disney World just doesn't do. And it's one of those, is just the small details. It even comes down to like the decorations. If you compare Disneyland's Christmas tree to Disney World's Christmas tree, it's like one's, you could look at them and you're like, I see what your point. I see the point, Scar. I got you. I see. You can also look at like the Halloween decorations. You're like, okay. I get it. You can, and obviously, like, don't let my opinion sway you. Like, whatever you like, you like. I'm just stating mine. All of our opinions are valid. Let's see, Scar, did you hear about the Marvel announcements at Comic-Con? I did. I checked them out. I watched the previews. So okay, phases are confusing to me. So we're on the tail end of phase 4, correct? And the tail end of phase 4 is Wakanda Forever, right? So I think that's a nice cap off for this go around. And then the phase 5 moves into the quantum fun time, or whatever it's called, quantum realm or whatever. So that goes into 5. Okay. So we're moving out of 4. So what do we think of 4? I think I mentioned it before. 4 to me, and this isn't something I made up, but this is something someone else made up, I thought was kind of on point, was 5 or 4, that is, kind of feels like we completed the main quest in Witcher, and now we're just completing some side quests. And some of those side quests are fantastic, and some of them are like, they're like, all right. So I'm kind of what I'm hoping with, and there's been some really good stuff in phase 4, but it did feel a little disjointed, and I think you could even put some of that on the pandemic, because the pandemic made them switch around things. I mean, the Falcon, the Winter Soldier, that poor show got destroyed by the pandemic, and I think that's why it felt so disjointed in a lot of ways. And even the end of WandaVision was not the original plan. It was swapped out, and it's why that end was a little funny. It felt a little weird at the end. There were some missing things, like the lady with the electricity. She was supposed to have a better end, and the person driving the car with the hat, very descriptive. She has the funny voice, whatever her name was. She's been in the Thor movies, like that. Those characters didn't get to have an end to a really good, like, proper end. Yeah, Darcy, there you go. Those characters didn't get an end because of the pandemic. Like, they weren't able to shoot their segments, or maybe they partially did, or it's one of the things, like, either the CG wasn't able to be made because of the pandemic, or they weren't able to shoot. So it's like they just disappeared at one point, and they're just gone from the whole thing. And then they appear back, and one of them has like a bruise that's like, how'd you get the bruise? How'd you get the bruise? Did that part get cut? So yeah, some of that part that part was a little wonky because of the pandemic. So I think with phase 4, they just kind of were throwing everything at the wall, and see kind of what stuck. They were also under pressure, not only by the pandemic, but by the upper people to just make content. And that is a side effect of Disney, you know, really putting the you know, like the screws against Star Wars and Marvel to make as much content for Disney Plus as possible. So I think at some point they kind of crossed the line of quality and quantity, and I think they moved more to quantity than quality in some regards on that, because of the Disney's just like at their throats, like need content. So yeah, I don't know, there was good stuff and there was stuff that was just okay. I wouldn't say there was anything really bad, but I would say that some stuff didn't really hit as well as it should have, I thought. But yeah, that's so far. What do you guys think so far of phase 4? Phase 5, I don't know, it looks good. I think they're still trying to find some direction. Like I said, there's some good stuff, there's some okay stuff, and there's some, I think they really need to find their direction, and they haven't quite found that yet. Coming off of what they did in the first few phases leading to Endgame was incredible. I really do worry that they might start tilting towards that quantity because of Disney just being on their throats about Disney Plus. Remember Disney Plus? Did you remember? Can we get 5 more shows when we only asked for 2? Can we get 5 more? Yeah, we're gonna get 5 more. You can do it, right? I mean, I'm not joking. That is an absolute real thing. That they push them very hard to come up with as much content as possible to fill their quota for Disney Plus. Okay, let's see. We got that. What else? I knew I needed something else in there. There's a bunch of shows in 5 that I don't know what they are. I don't know what an Ironheart is. I have no clue what that is. The Agnetha show, I guess it's about a witch. I don't know. I don't know what any of those are. I think we're starting to get into the realm of some of the oh man, I'm already goofing this road up that I need to finish. We're getting into the realm of stuff that I don't know from the comics, because I was never really into the comics. So some of this stuff's kind of like deep cut comic stuff that I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what any of this is. Let's see. Ironheart is about the next Iron Man. Oh, okay. Is Marvel okay? So, but not Iron Man, right? Because they killed him, or are they bringing him back? Because nobody can stay dead. I don't know. These are things that as somebody who didn't really get into the comics, I don't know. Oh, it's a different character. Okay. I'm like, are they bringing him back? Are you serious? I've already goofed this up. I've already goofed it up. And I'm not proud of myself. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 2. So that's 4, 2, 2, 1. Let's double check on the other side. They're setting up a Young Avengers. I listened to Feige. Somebody asked him about that, and he's like, so I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I cut forward and I go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna goof this up. No matter what. I'm gonna goof this up. Thoughts on Ragnarok? Oh, I love Ragnarok. That was a great movie. I know some people are a little iffy. They're a little iffy on the current Thor. Like, some people really like it, some people don't. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but I'll watch it when it's on Disney Plus. But I really did like Ragnarok, because I would say Thor was one of my least favorite things from the MCU. Man, I've really bundled this up. We've made some mistakes, but that's fine. We will overcome said mistakes, and we'll do a good job. Yeah, I've definitely made some mistakes here. But yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, the Thor movies, to me, I didn't really enjoy them. They were kind of over the top, took themselves a little too serious. But Ragnarok, I thought like that was one of my favorite MCU movies of all time. It was one of them. I don't mind Thor the character. It's just I feel like they're really trying to figure out what Thor was for a long time in the MCU. They're like, what is this? And it took them a little bit to get there, and I think they did a really good job setting his character in a good direction. And like they said, the actor Chris Hemsworth, he was kind of getting to the point where he was kind of done with Thor, and then Ragnarok kind of like set him to a point where he was like, I kind of like this. I like this. But yeah, haven't seen a new one. We'll see when it comes on Disney Plus. Counting with Scar. One of the wonderful things that we provide here on this Twitch channel. Oh, I overlap it. That might be an issue. I rarely ever overlap things, so that might be an issue. So it's overlapped by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then overlap 3. So is it more like that? My brain is not firing on all cylinders today. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a big brain move right now. I'm just going to take a screenshot. Why did I just do that before? Why do I keep flying back and be like, 1, 2, 9er? Oh, great. Minecraft just. Okay, I thought it crashed there for a second. It was a close one. It was a close one, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Thoughts on Miss Marvel series? Because I hate to be honest. I don't know what that meant, but I haven't got a chance to watch that. It came out at the same time as Stranger Things and Kenobi, and Marvel in my like. Star Wars comes before Marvel in my book, so I had to watch Kenobi, and then Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows of all time. So I had a lot of content to chew through. So once I get through all that, then I will watch it. Kenobi. I've had to watch fan edits of Kenobi. That's how deep I had to get. That's how deep I had to get to fully enjoy Kenobi. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. All right, we're doing this properly now. We're gonna go off a screenshot. Somebody says they botched the character. I mean, it feels like that's all they do nowadays with Star Wars or anything. The sad fact is, in most cases, companies will take nostalgia from your comics, your movies of the past, and they will use that to make a buck. And they'll throw one of your favorite characters in, and they'll hope that attracts you to the theater. And it's a sad reality of today. It's a sad reality. Hey, we've got your favorite character as a kid. You're gonna love them. Oh, they're gonna be so good. You're just gonna be so happy. And then you watch it, and it's like, oh, you never actually watched or read these things when you were a kid. Now you're just making them to make a buck. Maybe you'll make more money if you put people who love it and understand it in charge. That's the big brain move. Miss Marvel. No, what? Am I goofing up Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel? I'm so confused. Those characters are way too similar names. That's not good for my brain. I don't like that. They need different names. They need different names. So there's a captain and a miss. Am I right, or am I confused? I'm confused. Somebody's gonna need to make a flowchart for me to keep up with this one. Somebody's gonna need to come up with a flowchart. I'm gonna need a flowchart ASAP. Okay, so Miss Marvel is the new thing, and then Captain Marvel is from the movie, right? So confused. So much to keep track of. So much to keep track of these days. So much. Okay, good. I'm glad I got that straight. Good, I got that straight. I'm still learning all the Marvel stuff. Like I said, like I wasn't into Marvel as a kid. I got into it later on, like with the movies and stuff. So, and I'm just a casual observer of Marvel. Like I never really insert my opinion too much in like characters or this or that or stories because I'm just an observer. I enjoy watching them, but I don't want any say in like what characters should be or shouldn't be too much. Like I save that for Star Wars. That's where I get sweaty. That's where I get sweaty. That's where I get sweaty. Who would have thought I would have goofed this up so badly, embarrassingly? You don't know this, but I'm super embarrassed right now. You don't know this, but it is a true fact. Scar, when he goofs this up, gets super embarrassed. I think we're on a decent trajectory right now. Did I watch Dune? No, but I do plan to. It's on the. I have a lot. As you know, I have a long list of things that I need to catch up on. I need to catch up on that. I got to catch up on it before Andor comes out because Andor will then take priority over any show. Because as I said, Star Wars takes priority over everything. And I think we're getting the Bad Batch at some point, and that'll be like 9 million episodes to get through. Hopefully it's good. I hope it's good. I enjoyed the last one. It wasn't as good as Rebels or Clone Wars, but it was fine. It was fine. It was nice to have Star Wars content, but I think the next season's going to be better. I think it's going to be good. Too busy playing Minecraft to watch TV, are you? I wish I could say that I'm too busy playing Minecraft, but sadly life is much complicated, much difficult, and that takes my time these days. There we go. All right, I think we did it. I think we fixed it. Any book suggestions? Kind of an odd suggestion, but the last book that I finished was I think this goes here. That's right. We did it. This is right. I think. No. Yes. Maybe. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna pretend it is. The last book I actually finished was Jurassic Park, and I really liked that book. That was a very good book. Added so much context to the movie. I thought it was fantastic. There's so many little details in the movie that now make more sense after reading it. I remember my parents reading it when I was a kid. When I was very young. So I don't know what just happened. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The book that I'm just finishing up is Catalyst, the Rogue One. Don't ask. I think it's Catalyst, right? The movie leading up to Rogue One, which is also really good. I've really enjoyed that book. It's added a lot of context to the Ursos, which is really nice because I really liked Rogue One. So having more information and a little more backstory on some of those characters is really nice. It's kind of a shame that we had so little time in Rogue One with the father and mother of Jyn, because they're actually really interesting characters from the book. So you're kind of like, when you watch the movie, you're like, oh man, can we get a little more here? Is there any more information that we can get? A little more screen time? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I missed a slab. Where did I miss a slab? I'm sure I missed a lot, but okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That shouldn't be cut. That. Actually. Did I cut these corners like this? I guess I did. This needs to come out like that. I've made so many mistakes today. Huh. I could just go like this and call it a day. We've talked about Lord of the Rings. People already got mad at me for not watching those already. We're not going back into that. Already made people angry. You just bought Java Edition. Well, welcome to the Java crew. We're happy to have you. We here at Java appreciate you and welcome. Java's the best.
Abstract bit attacked. X1000. Hey Scar, love your content. Would you be so kind to shout out my girlfriend Paige who's watching right now? Much love.
Paige. Shout out to Paige. Shout out to both of you. Thank you so much for the bits. Very, very much appreciated. And yeah, hope you're enjoying the stream. I see you constructed a new lightsaber page. That's my Darth Vader voice. It's my favorite. That's my favorite line from Darth Vader. I see you've constructed a new lightsaber. Your training is complete. Sith page. Why can't I fly? Oh, I'm using arrows. Dude, this is a 2016 Minecraft right here. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? This is how we flew back then. This is how we flew. We had to hit ourselves with the arrow to propel ourselves because we didn't have firework rockets for flying. Oh, that was a blast from the past, wasn't it? I have seen that, Rascal, and there was something recently that was like an even longer cut of it. I remember the one where he's in the cave, you know, R2's out there like, come on, man, you're still like tinkering around with your lightsaber, let's go. He's like there going, but there's like a longer cut of that showed even more context before that. And Darth Vader's trying to like reach out to Luke. He's like, Luke, join me in the dark side. You know it to be true. Search your feelings. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know this existed. I knew about the part where, and you got to admit, like R2 is definitely like, come on, man. You know, Han's still frozen. You know, they captured Leia. You know, they're gonna barbecue Chewie, and you're just tinkering with your toys in there. Let's go, Luke. Let's go. Beep 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 beep. You know it to be true. Search your feelings. Okay, sweet. I think this is done. Do you think it was right to cut that from the movie? Oh. I'm thinking. I really like the aspect of Darth Vader reaching out to him. If I were to get nitpicky, Luke Skywalker walks into... Okay, this is what I'm going to put my nitpicky hat on, and you know this is going to get crazy. So, Luke walks into Jabba's palace without a lightsaber. Psst. Did he have to put it in R2? So he puts it in R2, gets captured, gets thrown in the Rancor pit. If he just had his lightsaber the whole time, he wouldn't have gotten that issue. Nobody was checking him for a lightsaber because he basically like suffocated the Gamorreans. I never really thought of it that way. Because why did he need to do that? Is that just a plot device for the movie? I just don't know. Music Man, thank you so much for the raid. Very much appreciated. Welcome, Music Man Raiders. Welcome. Thank you so much, Music Man. Very, very much appreciated for the raid. We're having some deep thoughts right here on why did Luke Skywalker, well, this is his dad's lightsaber, but why did he put it in? Why didn't he keep it when he went in the Jabba's palace? Nobody's searching him. Nobody's doing a full pat down, let alone an ocular pat down. So why? Why, Music Man? Why? I don't understand now. But back on your actual question, Rascal, I think it's if I would have let that nitpick part go, I think it is better that Luke kind of had like the moment where, you know, it's a cool moment, right? When the lightsaber does pop out of R2, he grabs it and then it's green. It's like, whoa, you got a green lightsaber now. That was a cool moment. So I think if they were to put that at the beginning of the movie, it takes a little bit away from the reveal that Luke has a green lightsaber now. But if I were to like really nitpick the logic of it, it doesn't always make 100% sense. But I do really like the aspect of Darth Vader reaching out to Luke. I think that is a really interesting moment because he is starting to like flutter with the dark side. Never nitpick Star Wars. If you go too deep in nitpicking Star Wars, yeah, it does. Everything falls apart at some point. It's very true. Just how small is B-dubs? Oh man, I don't know if I should say, but recently B-dubs got properly measured at the doctor. Our B-dubs is 5'6", and you heard it here today. Yeah, it's 5'6". Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We love him all the same. We love him all the same, and we appreciate him. We appreciate him in his height, in his stature, and you know what? In our minds here on Hermitcraft, we think of B-dubs as 6'2.5". That's right, 6'2.5". In our hearts, we believe that. Our short king. That's right. Our short king. Our beautiful short king. Hawkeye. I think I missed. Oh, I did. Hawkeye. Oh, it's on now. Oh, it's on like, I don't know. I was gonna say peanut butter, but I don't even know what that even means. Like, it's on like peanut butter. On like a sandwich? A cracker? Just a spoon? Did anyone else use it's on like peanut butter? Why did that even come to my mind? Why do I say things that just don't make any sense all the time? Oh, this is quite the Top Gun battle here. This is quite the Top Gun battle. Seriously, in my opinion, ooh, where'd he go? I lost him. Okay, there he is. In my opinion, Minecraft PvP, one of the big changes they should make is when you're flying and you get hit by an arrow, it should disable your elytra for like 5 or 10 seconds. It should drop you out of the sky so this doesn't happen. Because it's like it's endless like battle, right? And if you're on the ground, you can't then make like a daring escape. Like you're grounded. It gives a little more balance to the wings.
Bit attacked. X500. Cheering is acting up right now, but I asked my kids the same question about Luke's saber in Roach. Ha ha ha. It made no sense to me.
Yeah, used on the Rancor, right? Oh, this is the thing. Like, I realized after Kenobi, like, I gotta let my logic like trips like a breaker in a power box or whatever. Like, I can't let them fire as much on Star Wars. Like, it's just, it takes the fun out of it. But I'll never forgive the laser fence in Kenobi. They could have walked around the laser fence. The laser fence was not an obstacle and it didn't need to be destroyed.
_Brandon_RL bit attacked. X500.
Thank you for the bits, man. Much appreciated.
Putting on a goose skin, flying around to danger zone and shooting other hermits.
Oh, if I could put danger, dude, if this was 2014 or 2015 Twitch, we would have danger zone pumping right now. Oh, it would be amazing. We would have it. Oh yeah, we got Cub here. Hold on. Sometimes I still forget we have this ability. Hello, Cub.
Hello, Scar. Hey, I punched you in midair.
You did. Why did I just think there was two of you?
I'm everywhere. That's why.
I swear I thought I saw two of you.
Anyway,
are you the real Cub?
They're me a quest, man. I'm questing right now.
Oh, you're questing right now. Tell me, what is the quest?
Punch a hermit. That's you.
Oh, you did it. How many diamonds did you get?
I got 8 diamonds for that, man.
Dude, that's
Easy
not
money.
bad. You could buy moss at B-Dubs' shop.
Or at my shop, you know.
Oh, you
I
got
a
moss
shop
too? That's right.
Yeah. Can't forget.
You can't buy anything at my shop because it's out of stock.
Yeah, I saw you did the quest though.
No, I didn't do the quest. Because it turns out no retroactive quests. I've actually returned those diamonds. And I'm curious if anybody is willing to engage in the grind of that redstone shop. I have come. The amount of resources you need to fill that shop up is extraordinary.
That's a lot.
And it's cobblestone and stone. It's cobblestone, stone, and wood are the number one things you need for a redstone shop. Because you need to make the sticks for the redstone torches.
Yeah, wait. Oh yeah, for the repeaters and the comparators. Yeah.
Yes. When you take a piece of coal, right, and you stick coal and get torches, you get 4 torches. But for redstone lamp or redstone torches, you only get 1.
Yeah, man.
I think it's unfair.
Well, you're crafting up thousands of them, though, man. You gotta think smaller scale. Like you gotta start charging like a diamond block per repeater or something like that, man. You gotta go like way crazy with it.
I think I have crazy prices, Cub, don't I?
Yeah, they're pretty steep.
I think they're pretty
steep.
well. As you know, we're unapologetically premium plus at Tomato.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You got to be unapologetic with the prices. If you're going to be premium, you got to be unapologetic, and you got to make the person feel bad that they're not also engaging in the premium products.
Sure. Yeah.
That's how the tech companies work these days. Now we just need a subscription model, and then we'll be all set.
Yeah.
Cub, can I get you in on the Redstone premium subscription plan? It provides you actually no benefits other than $4.99 to me every month. It's 4 diamonds a month.
There you go.
4 diamonds a month. You can put a little tomato above your base and say, I am a premium tomato subscriber.
Good times with Scar, the ultimate capitalist. Right there.
Where's my hat?
I'm slowly zooming out.
Where's my hat? My enormous hat.
His eye there.
What
He's
a
seeing
wonderful
green.
Hold on, let me stroke my chin as you leave. There's a plus version of that for $8.99, Cub. It provides you less benefits, but you know you're now the plus crew.
I see. Wow, this is really a lot of terrain here. Oh, I'm in a lake.
Good times with scams is away. Goodbye, Cub. I'm glad you got a quest done. That's good. Yeah, I am so tired of subscriptions for streaming services. Remember when we could just subscribe to Netflix and we get all sorts of awesome content, and then we could subscribe to like HBO and watch Game of Thrones and then unsubscribe? now what it was, there's Netflix, there's Hulu, there is HBO, there is Paramount Plus, there's some kind of NBC thing. I'm sure there's a CBS thing, or maybe CBS is now Paramount Plus. There's got to be some kind of ABC thing, or did they dump all their stuff on Hulu? There's a Discovery. Oh yeah, Apple, of course. Oh, NBC's the Peacock. Amazon Prime, there you go. Yeah, almost forgot that worthless one. And of course Disney Plus. See, at this point, we're now probably, if you subscribe to all those, you're paying way more than you did for cable. You get rid of cable and you're like, dude, now I'm only spending like $15 or something a month on Netflix. This is amazing, all this great content. Now you're probably spending what, $100+ if you were to actually subscribe to all that stuff. It's insane. Yeah, CNN Plus didn't even make it past the first week. That's because the saturation out there is just absolutely insane. And also, like, some of these companies too, they just think that like, you know, anybody's just gonna watch anything. It's like, show some respect to your customer, your viewer. Like, good man, like some of these streaming services are like very, in my opinion, like disrespectful to like the intelligence of their audience. Like, nobody wants to watch this. You know what they want to watch? They want to watch a weird guy miscount blocks for 2 hours and get mad at him because he hasn't watched Lord of the Rings. That's the quality content that people out there want. That's what I'm here to provide. and bad takes on Jar Jar Binks, because I think Jar Jar Binks has taken too much heat, and I think Jar Jar Binks needs a second coming. That's right, I think Jar Jar Binks needs a revive. I'm gonna say it right now, I'm gonna say it proud. Jar Jar Binks was wronged. He was wronged, and he needs a comeback of great proportions, or at least the actor who played him. He should get to play another character, so he doesn't have bad feelings about Star Wars. I don't know if he does, but I still think they should bring him back for something in Disney Plus as a different character, completely different character. But I still want revenge for Jar Jar. Jar Jar was misunderstood. Poor character. He's trying to live his best life on Naboo, and then a couple loser Jedi show up and just ruin his life. Just ruin his life. It's true, right? Ruined his life, according to the comics, which you know, Rascal, that they're going to retcon at some point. Jar Jar Binks is now just like a guy doing some juggling on the side streets of Naboo, and everybody's throwing, you know, tomatoes at the poor man. This man was wronged by Qui-Gon Jinn, and I'm going to say it right now. Qui-Gon Jinn ruined this man's life. How dare you, Qui-Gon? It's a good thing. It's a good thing you're the only person ever to die by a lightsaber. Does Qui-Gon ever feel bad that like everybody survives gut shots with a lightsaber, and he's like, come on, man, come on, I only got one movie. Everybody else is living. Hashtag justice for Jar Jar. I agree. I'm glad we had this moment today. Glad we had this moment for Jar Jar. He's come a long ways. Loved, hated, and now redemption. Classic redemption circle. It's wonderful. Justice for Jar Jar. Justice be had. Hey, I found this, by the way. I actually took out all these weird Star Wars, all my Star Wars toys I had in my room earlier, but I left one because it's just an ornament, but it's a Naboo fighter that's super cool. This is at least in my opinion, this is the coolest ship in Star Wars. If I were to meet anybody involved in Star Wars, obviously I would love to meet George, but of all the actors and all the people involved in it, the person I would want to meet the most is Doug Chiang. That's the person I would want to. Ralph McQuarrie sadly has passed away, but Doug Chiang's living on the legacy of incredible Star Wars design. But yeah, I would love to meet him. No Darth Vader, no Obi-Wan, Harrison Ford. Oh, I'd love to meet Harrison Ford. But no, it's Doug Chiang for me. It's Doug Chiang. He designed this, and it's such a cool thing. And there's a really nice moment in the Book of Boba Fett featurette where Doug got to sit in the ship, like the M1 starfighter reconfigured for Mando, and he's sitting there. He just looks like a kid. He's so excited, you know. He's like with the controllers and stuff. And I was like, oh, that must be such a nice moment, being that, you know, you created something like that, and then you get to see this like fully realized version of it that you get to sit in. And I was like, oh man, that must be like such a cool moment for him to experience that. So I thought that was really cool. All right, we should get some more work done. But yeah, that's actually a question for you. If you were to meet anybody involved in Star Wars, that's anybody from George to cinematographers to writers, directors to the actors, who actually would you want to meet? Doug Chiang's my guy. Doug's my guy. I love some of the stuff he's done. Ralph McQuarrie also would have been really cool. I have his books back there. I have both I know you can't see it, but they're these art books that are just absolutely fantastic, but they're so heavy I can't lift them. So yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit tough. But anyway, let's get some more work done, because I've been dilly-dallying or whatever. All right, let's see. I am looking for things. I'm looking for things. Harrison Ford would be cool, but he's also like would probably not want to actually talk to you. It's like it would be like meeting Larry David. Like, I love Larry David, but Larry David doesn't want to meet me. Neither does Harrison Ford. So I'll let them be themselves over there. Those are two people I always love, but yeah, those guys don't want to talk to me. Where, Pearl, do you keep the turquoise wood? Where's the turquoise wood? Ashley Einstein? Yeah, she would be somebody who would want to meet you. Like, she seems super, super nice. And she's always doing a lot of fun stuff with like the fans and stuff. Lando. Oh yeah, Lando. What's his actor? What's the actor's name that plays Lando? Oh shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. He seems nice. What? We're almost 3 years in. Or I mean, we're 3 hours in. I forgot his name. Oh, Billy D. Williams. There you go. Of course. Yeah, he seems nice. He's still in your MCC skin. Yeah. Warped wood. That's what I'm looking for, but can't find. Mark Hamill does seem nice too. I'm sure he would be. He'd be nice. If you see warped, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, I would. John Favreau would be fun to meet, of course. But my number one would be in that regard would be Dave Filoni, Mr. Cowboy Hat himself. I'd love to meet him. That honestly would be a dream come true, for sure. I keep miscounting this because I don't want this to loop back over here. So I think I'm going to leave it at this point. I'm going to do this like loop-de-loop. And then I want to do, the reason I keep cutting things off right here is I want to do 2 trees on this side. And I've kind of like mocked this out a little bit in the test world, and I want to keep to that. Yeah, Filoni would be super. Filoni is the true heir to George Lucas. Filoni is the heir. And you know what? Like sometimes, yeah, we might have some things, you don't always 100% agree with something, but if they come with such good intentions and love, like Filoni brings to the table with all things Star Wars, that's where I have 100% respect for him. Because it always comes from a place of like absolute love for all things Star Wars, and sometimes you don't get that with other people. Sadly, it's more of just a paycheck and move on to the next thing. It's why I'm very passionate about things like theme park design and Star Wars, and that if you want to do those things properly, you need to be 100% invested in the you need to be 100% invested in the actual. Where's my chest with? Man, I'm missing everything today. You have to come in with a love for the actual thing you're doing instead of just being there for a paycheck. Because in the end of the day, it's going to show that you don't actually truly understand the product you're trying to make. If you don't actually love it from a core perspective. If you are just there, oh, this will look great on my resume. A Star Wars project on my resume? Huh. Like if you just go in on that mentality, then no thank you. Same with theme park design. If you just came back from like designing McDonald's and you're like, I could make a theme park ride, come on now. No, get out of here. You're done. I need buckets. Pearl. I love just shouting at Pearl. Like she's not even on. I just love shouting, Pearl, where's my buckets? It's funny. Have I heard watch Defunct Land? Oh, yes, I loved good Defunct Land. I've been watching Defunct Land from the early days. From the earliest of days. Yeah, Defunct Land sets a huge precedent for quality on YouTube, and I love it so much. I love it. You know what I should do is I should be a big brain Scar here and not make a mistake here and actually do this right by actually setting up a proper water source. Oh, of course. Yeah, I've been watching Defunct Land probably from some of his very, very first videos, because for a longest time there was very few channels of that kind revolving around theme park design. There's so many great ones now, which is really, really nice. There's some really cool things like that nowadays. Is that Tango's PIK? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Is that Tango's pick? Oh. It is. How did I get Tango's pick? Oh, he's online too. Is Tango streaming by chance? How did I get his pick? I wonder if I gave him mine and I have his. That's probably the case. It's probably the case because I don't have two. I'll throw it to him anyway. I have a bunch extra anyway. But yeah, that is rather funny. Oh, Mr. Tango. You know, he never remade me any of those B-dubs horns, you know? It's fine. It's fine. Oh, Tang Tang. Oh, Tango. Oh, this is the box that I gave him. Perfect. I can just pop it right in here. There we are. Sorry, it's a bit used. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, I don't have a pickaxe. No, I don't have one. He's digging a hole. What just happened there? I don't know what just happened there. I like blasted through there, like my wings dropped, and then I just kept on going. Oh, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Should I go on a Disney cruise at some point in my life? I was watching this video on a Disney cruise, and I'm like, I've never had the desire to go on a cruise. But I don't know if I'm missing something here. Is there something fun going on here that I'm just missing? I'm not understanding. Any of you guys big cruise aficionados over there? Like, what am I missing if I don't ever go on a cruise? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a cruise guy or not. Are you a cruise person out there? You a cruise person? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a cruise person or not. I haven't decided. You guys cruise people? No, not missing nothing. No, 50-50. Okay, okay. I don't know. It's interesting. Cruises make you seasick? That's definitely a possibility. I'm 52 and I've never been on a cruise? Yeah, well, I've never been on one either. Cruises are boring. When I look at the Disney cruise ship, I was looking at their new one. Very fancy. Seems fancy. Like the restaurants are all like themed, which are kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing these people like talking up cruises all the time, especially in like the Disney community. Like I was watching the Diz Unplugged, their like weekly podcast, and one of the main guy there, Pete Warner, like he loves them. Like that man loves cruises. I don't know if there's anyone who loves cruises more than Pete. But I'm thinking to myself, like, am I missing something? I've never been on a cruise. I've never really desired to go on a cruise. But am I missing something? Is there something fun here? So then I was looking at the cruises, right? And I'm like, huh, okay, well, these are expensive. Good Lord. But then I was like, oh, you get to go to this fun island? That looks kind of fun. And then being disconnected from the internet? Oh, that sounds kind of appealing.
Dave_123-bit attacked. X1000. Scar, do you have any idea on the status of the Jumbo?
The Jumbo? Where may the Jumbo be? The Jumbo, as far as I know, was on a great adventure. I don't know if he's gone on the great adventure yet. I don't know. We haven't heard from Mumbo too much, and that is, I hope. And I'm so good at speaking. Call me out whenever you need somebody to talk for you. What I'm trying to say is that Mumbo is taking a well-deserved break right now, and he has a lot of like filming and a lot of like big like bicycle adventures he's going on. But on Twitter, he had mentioned that sometime by the end of the year, I think that he was considering jumping back in the old Minecraft seed again, which would be really cool. We miss Mumbo, but we also want the absolute best for Mumbo, if that makes sense, right? Like we would love Mumbo right now to be swooping by here, but I want a happy Mumbo swooping by. I don't want a Mumbo that's not like feeling energized or creative or something like that. I want a creative, energized Mumbo. And if that means he never makes videos again, or then then I'm happy for him. Like if he finds this creative fulfillment and is desires like through other means, then that's awesome, because all I want is the best for a Mumbo. But like I said, yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Mumbo fly by here, but at the end of the day, I want what's best for Mumbo, and what's best for Mumbo is what he'll decide to do with himself. But we miss him. All right, let's see. You're gonna hear it again. Pearl, where is my coral? Okay, I see kelp. Is that a good sign? There's some plants, but is there coral? All right, if you guys see it, call it out. Call it out. That does need to be a horn. Pearl. Corals and water stuff. Is there a water stuff category? No, I have so much coral. It has to be like a dedicated chest for sure. Wait, top left. Okay, that's right, Scar. Hey, coral blocks. There we go. Where's the fans and the fins and the? Oh, she's putting in shulker boxes. Oh boy. Oh man, if she comes on here and sees what I've done today, okay, we got to clean this up before she gets on. She'll get really upset with me. All right, hold on. We got this. We got this. I don't know if I want to actually do those. I might do the other ones actually once I second. Oh boy, Pearl's gonna be so mad. There they are. That's what I wanted. Oh no, Pearl. Don't. Okay, we will clean that up before she even knows. Okay, so as I said before, what I'm trying to do is create like a neat little. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to. I can't move that because I'm still messing with it in a video. So I'm gonna have to build around it for now. But as I said, I want to start here and then work my way. No. Why you die? Oh, I didn't finish the water around these corners. Oh, I was like, now what did I mess up today? Now what happened? Okay, good. The rest of them will be fine. I just forgot those ones. Unbelievable. There we go. Absolutely wonderful. There we are. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. As I was talking about before, I don't know if I'm a cruise person or not. I don't know. Sorry. But yeah, the Disney cruise stuff did look, I don't know. It looked kind of fun, but then on the other hand, like, seems like people always get sick on cruise ships. People always do seem to get sick on cruise ships. I'm not too keen on that. So I'm not sure. I am not sure. But I do know that the wheelchair room on one of those ships is very nice, very spacious, very nice. More spacious than on land hotel rooms, I'll tell you that. It does look nice. The blue coral does look fantastic, because this is the optimal flower in Minecraft is coral. Second point is like it stays so well rendered in from above and from maps and all that stuff, whereas normal flowers will just kind of disappear. And once we start getting all the little colors built in here, it's gonna look fantastic. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, we'll get there. And we'll do another loop this. We'll do a little green loop here. And then in the center here, we're gonna do some like purples and pinks and stuff. And I think it'll look fantastic. Sweet. Let me check out the chat here. One died, I know, I see it. Let's see, I went on a cruise and got COVID and food poisoning. I'm not getting super good vibes about the cruising in the chat here. I'm not. It might be one of those things like the Siberian Railway that I'll just watch videos. Is that okay? I'll watch videos for that. Let's see. Hi, who wants to play MCC with you? If he wants to play MCC, I will play MCC with him any day. I'll play MCC with him any day. It would be a great honor. I'll say that right now. We would have great good times together. Just don't just don't mind me on Ace Race. It's my only caveat. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What is MCC? MCC is Minecraft Championships. We wrapped up one on Saturday. The VOD's here on the Twitch channel if you want to watch it. It's a really fun event put on by the Nox crew. Just a super, super fun event. Great times to be sure. Great times. I fixed you. I gave you life. Why are you dead on me again? Why can't I keep anything alive these days? There. Okay, solved. I think. No, okay, we finally have somebody who likes cruising. No, I love cruises. Okay, we got one person. We got one person excited about cruises. You know what? When I look at it, the things that look fun is just staring out at the sea, and nobody blowing up your phone about health insurance and you need to do this and you need to do that. Maybe that's the key with cruising, is just being hidden in the sea, away from your ability to be contacted. Is that the true glory of the cruise? I wonder if it is. I wonder if that's the true glory of the cruise. Nobody can reach you, and that sounds so appealing. I don't know. I'm very intrigued by cruises at the moment. Also, I want to go on the deck and I want to drive the ship. Is that allowed? Is that possible? Is there like a tour? Is there something I can get in where I could get the sticks and just kind of like rock the ship around a couple times? That'd be a good time, right? Sounds fun. All right, good. All right, we got that solved. We've learned that's a very mixed bag when it comes to cruises. Escape from electronics. Dude, at this point right now, that would be great. That would be great. I don't know what my dream MCC team is, but I do want, as I said before, I do want to do a MCC build mart with Green at some point in my life. Cruises don't have Wi-Fi. I think it's really expensive. Until Starlink and those things come online, I think it's still going to be very, very, very expensive. And I don't think I would even buy it. I don't think so. I don't think I'd buy it. Unless there was like a good show on Disney Plus that I needed to watch. Let's see. Took an Alaska cruise out of Seattle, and it was great. Seemed wheelchair accessible too. That's neat. Oh, dude, an Alaska cruise would be awesome, but those are expensive. I looked at the cost of those, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It was like, those are very expensive cruises, but it would be really fun. I've never been to Alaska, and that would be a really fun. That'd be a really fun thing to do. Let's go to Alaska. Red and Blue, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subscriptions aboard the Starship Good Times. Very much appreciated. Very, very much. And for everybody who is a brand new subscriber or was gifted a subscriber or a subscription, that is, make sure you join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. Make sure you get your Discord account connected to your Twitch account, and then magic will happen. And you'll be taken right into the server. It'll be amazing. Let's see. I lived in Alaska for 5 years. I would love to visit. I would very much would love to visit some point. I'm like right at the border of like where I live, like right down there where you know the mountains and the trees just get better and better, like right at the border of that. Anyway, all right, sweet. So we've got that done. So the tree's gonna go here.
X500
Light pole goes
Princess
here.
Cruises once gave us unlimited Wi-Fi because they had messed up when crossing Atlantic. To whole family, we all were addicted to Farmville.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would want Wi-Fi on there. I'd want like 5 minutes of disconnection. I think it's good sometimes to put down the electronics. More and more these days, we just continue to just become more, I don't know what the right word is, just glued to our devices. And I often see it too. It's like people can't put their phone down. And I realize like I'm getting that way, and I'm like, I don't want to be that way where I can never just set the phone down and just like walk away from it. So I never want to get to that point where I just can't set it down. So yeah, I think we're getting a little too engrossed in things like that and a little less aware of our surroundings and stuff like that. It's why, like, in 99% of circumstances, I'll always prioritize the people I'm with rather than like phone. That's like, there's very few cases where I don't prioritize the people around, you know, like me, like in person, than on the phone. Like if it's the phone, that's always second priority. There's only there's certain circumstances where that's not like the case, but by and large it is, because I think people are just so caught up in their cyber world. Sometimes they lose sight of everything around them, and the cyber worlds are wonderful. They're great times. We're having a good time right now. We're enjoying our time. But yeah, and especially like young kids, like they're in like strollers when like they just have like the iPad right up against their face, and I was like, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. If I had a kid, I'm not sure I would go down that route. I don't know. If people think that's a good route, then great, but I don't know. Kind of worries me. All right, let's see here. It's hard to build around this. I keep thinking about like, what could I do to build around this without causing any issues? So yeah, we'll figure out how to work around that. We'll figure out how to work around that. If you want me to, I can turn the sound back on. I actually turned it off before the stream. It is a bit loud. It is a bit loud. Which block? Oh, it's here.
CTSH1 bit attacked. X500. You can get cruises to the Arctic. In my many internet conversations about cruises, I find cruises are much more popular among Americans.
That's weird. I actually, maybe I'm wrong. I thought cruises were more popular in Europe. Like they have a lot of those like wild like Mediterranean cruises and stuff, but like in the United States, like, man, I don't hear that many people talk. It could be too where I live, like maybe more people like on the East Coast like to come down in the winter and maybe go on the ships in the Caribbean and stuff like that. I don't know. Cruises has never really been a thing in any like circles I've ever been, which is interesting. That's why I've been so fascinated by watching these Disney cruise ship videos. One of the cruises that actually seemed fun was the one that's repositioning. Like they reposition the ships. So if they're going from Europe to the United States, like if you got on the ship, went to Europe on a ship, it'd be so much better than flying. Except obviously it's gonna be like way more expensive. But if you get in a repositioning flight or cruise from like Florida to somewhere in Europe, like that actually sounds kind of fun. Kind of avoid a leg of an airplane trip. Seems kind of fun. Okay, so this next level here is going to be these slabs again, but we need to water it up first. We need to water it up. I do enjoy a train. I absolutely do enjoy a good train. I saw that in Florida, their new train, those Brightline trains look really nice. I've been really like sad lately, so I've been watching a lot of travel videos. The sadder I get, the more travel videos I watch. So that's where all the travel stuff comes from. But I was watching a video on those new Brightline trains. I'm like, dude, these look like European trains. Like Europe and in Asia, they got all these sweet trains, and we've got like nothing. So I was watching that and I'm like, dang, this actually looks like a cool train, especially if it can like connect up to like Orlando and stuff like that. If you lived in Florida, that seems like a super fantastic way to get around, especially once it gets more set up.
X500. We've done 3 repositioning cruises, and it was cheaper than flying, but we are in Canada, so everything costs more.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what the costs are on repositioning flights, like, or cruises. Man, my nose is running like crazy. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh, oxygen always makes my nose run. Sorry. Whew. Sorry. Oof. Man, my nose. All right, there we go. I think that's decent. All right, there we go. Got to avoid that. That will kill our coral. And our goal is to not kill coral. We're not here to kill Carl. Not Carl from Walking Dead. Coral. Not Carl. Is Walking Dead still on, by the way? I kind of fell off, to be honest. I really try, even if I don't like a show, I usually just try to like stick it out. Like, I'm going to make it to the end. I'm going to make it to the end, but it's just... There's so many times where they found like a group that's more powerful than them, and then they win.
If you go on a cruise, you gotta go to be pampered. The food is amazing, the excursions can be a bit much, but if you do your own thing, you can find some hidden...
Oh, you can find, like, if you go on excursions. Here's the biggest kicker when it comes to... Man, now my eyes are watering. It must be allergies. My gosh. I think the biggest problem with a cruise ship is I'm not going to be able to take advantage of the food. And that is one of the main things people do cruises for. And it's one of the big things that like cost is built into your ticket is food. And I'm just not going to be able to take advantage of all the good eats. Maybe like a little tiny bite, but definitely not meals. So I bring my own food. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like, can I maybe get a little discount? You know, Mickey, can we come up with an arrangement and a little bit of discount on the food? You know, I'm not going to be in the dinner show, you know. UK trains are ridiculous. For me to get to see my family is to fly, which is crazy. Well, that's interesting. I've always found that when I've looked up trains that they were far cheaper than plane travel. But also on the other hand, I've found it also in Europe through my travel lookings that you guys have some really cheap flights. In the United States, we have so many like fees, taxes on our flights that we'll never have those cheap like EasyJet or Ryanair flights. Like if you're willing to like get into the into one of those flights, like you can get some really cheap flights. But United States, I was watching a video about how we'll never have that because of like if you look at like a ticket in the United States, there's like there's you know taxes and fees that account for more than the ticket in the UK sometimes. Especially now, it's really sad. Like there's you know, trying to, I don't even want to get into it because I'm super frustrated about it, but trying to find tickets to something, a plane travel tickets for something in September I was trying to look for, and they were like $600 and $800 a ticket, and I have never seen tickets that expensive in this day and age. And I was like, what is going on here? I was absolutely shocked to see how much flights have gone up because I haven't really looked. I hadn't looked, and I'm like, yep, that's too expensive. That is just insane. That would be like $2,000 something for 3 people, and I'm like, that's unbelievable. Oh, I've heard this. So Iskall told me about this a long time ago with Ryanair, that if you're smart, you save money. If you're not smart, you will get nickel and dimed immediately. So like if you need a boarding pass, they're like, sure, for $30. But if you do it right, he said, if like you do it right, you can get some really, really cheap fares. This is like 2018, he was telling me this. So maybe it's the same. I don't know if it's the same or not, but he's like, if you're smart, you get the deal. If you go in unknowing, then you're just gonna get taken advantage of. And I'm like, ooh. So I need to go toot toot toot, and then toot toot toot. Okay. All right. I get it. I mean, even playing, I know like from where I live, like where I live right now, the pandemic cut a lot of our flights. So we don't have as many. And then that also has like risen the cost. Like Delta used to have a lot of flights out of Portland. They have very few. They get more. There's more than there was, but there's very few right now. Southwest also cut a ton of flights. It's so it's really tough to find anything out of here and anything at a deal. The only deals that I can find, and I'm an expert at deals, is the only deals I can find is if you fly, especially with Alaska and the West Coast of the United States, if you're willing to like fly out at like 6:20 or fly out at like 7:20 at night, you can still get decent deals. There is some hidden gems in there for like flights that are only quote unquote like $350 round trip, but anything after that, it's ridiculous. Pilot shortage. You'll start seeing at some point airlines trying to automate one of the pilot seats out, You're going to see that in the next 5 years. There's going to be more and more talk of that and more debate as airlines realize that they don't have enough pilots. They're going to say that AI can replace one pilot in the cockpit, and they're going to try that. Mark my words, the next 5 years, they're going to try to boot one of them out. They're going to try to boot one of those pilots out of those seats. And that's going to be an interesting debate to see as this progresses. It's already happening, but it's kind of like very subtle right now. But they're hoping to automate out one of those seats. Mark my words, next 5 years, that's going to start becoming more of a thing. 10 years, it's going to happen. 10 years from now, it will happen. But do we trust it is the question. That is the question. What's my favorite plane? Oh, what's my favorite plane? It's the SR-71 Blackbird, of course. Best plane ever made. It is the hands down best plane. I love it. I love that plane so much. So much incredible technology in that plane. It's wild. I mean, the sad fact is that in that era, they were doing better engineering and aviation stuff than we still do today. We do think about it. Think about all the planes that came out in the 60s and 70s. All those planes, all that incredible stuff that they did. What are we doing now? We're just continuing to reinvent the 737 to the point where it can barely fly. It's been so manipulated. You know what happened a couple of years ago. So sadly, we're in kind of a slump. If it wasn't for SpaceX, it would be dire in terms of aviation. If it wasn't for SpaceX's innovation with the Falcon and its reusability and all the stuff they've been doing, it would be a sad state of a reality. Could you even imagine if there was not a Dragon capsule, if there was just the Boeing Starliner, which I don't even think still approved yet. SLS is 7 years behind, and its budget is ballooned to some outrageous amount. It's a sad time, to be sure. The F-22 is cool. The F-35 is mediocre for the cost. It's still a cool plane, but for its cost, it's not so much. It just has a cool helmet. But yeah, it's a sad time. Scars, yeah, SR-71 is my favorite. I have a little bit of family history with it too, which is cool. But yeah, that's my favorite. Favorite fighter jet is the F-22. And then favorite passenger airline is the 747, of course, the Queen of the Sky. Modern passenger aircraft, I really love the A350. That's a really cool plane. That's a really, really well-made plane. That's a plane that'll fly for a very, very long time. Do I have family in the military? I've had a lot of family in the military. What's my favorite World War II plane? Mustang's always a classic, gotta say. What's the name of the fighter aircraft? It's got the pilot in the seat. Shoot, I forgot the name of it. It just disappeared on the back of my head. Can't remember. Oh, those planes will be automated. When they realize they don't have enough pilots, they're going to be desperate. They're going to automate that. Why are you still wearing your MCC skin? I can't not take it off. I cannot take it off. It's ground into me. It's ground into me. Will I ever show you some of the rocks that I collected as a kid? If I can find them. That box weighs 30 or 50 pounds, 30 to 50 pounds, depending on how many rocks got thrown away out of it. But yeah, I do have them. The Lancer, I've seen those in real life at the Air Force Base in South Dakota. Those are a sight. Not as much as the B-1. I've seen one of those fly randomly overhead, crossing the old prairie. Creepy. Really does feel like a UFO above. It's a sight to be held. But those Lancer planes are really cool on the ground. I've never seen one fly, but I've seen them taxiing and moving around. Really interesting. I love aviation. I love planes so much. I could talk about planes all day. I love planes so much. Let's see, the F-117. That's a, like, that was a dream, was to like fly something like that. Those are good ones. Sad to see them gone, but yeah, they're mostly just a prototype plane for the most part. The Spitfire, that's a good one too. That was a good plane. That was a good one. I'd probably think of, if I were to look at anything coming out in the future, and there's very little in terms of aviation to look forward to. But Boom is a supersonic company that's working on a supersonic passenger airline. That's one that's kind of like, we'll wait and see if it actually ever happens. Like, I root for them, I give them good vibes, but it's one that's like, we've been promised this so many times, so I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm not gonna get super excited, but it does look promising. And then of course Starship, we've talked heavily about Starship, is probably the greatest promise for like for anything engineering right now. I feel like Starship is probably that's like this, if it all works as SpaceX thinks it will probably be this generation's like 747 and how it changes everything. The 747 changed everything in terms of, you know, aviation. This will change everything when it comes to space travel. But we'll see. It's another one just like Boom. It's a lot of speculation, but they are slowly iterating it to a point where it looks like a feasible thing. But with anything like this, there's always incredible delays, and we just continue to sit back and wait. Have you ever seen the Blue Angels? No, but my brother worked on them for quite some time. When he was at one stage or another in the Navy. Like at one point he was like, I think he was in fire training for the aircraft carriers, and he had to learn how to move the planes. And so they gave him Blue Angels to move around. It didn't make any sense, but for a while he was on that team to like move him around and learn how to move planes. Then he moved on to like search and rescue and stuff like that. But yeah, any other plane stuff? Anything you guys are excited about? I've been to the Flight Museum in Seattle when I was a kid with my grandpa. One of my like favorite memories with my grandpa for sure. But yeah, I haven't been back in a while, so I would love to do it again. Do they have the F1 engine still there? Because I know Jeffy Bezos fished them out of the sea, and I hope they're still there. I hope they're still there. They're probably in his family room now. Knowing him. Tillamook Air Museum, dude, I love the Tillamook Air Museum. Oh man, that was somewhere I really wanted to take my grandpa. But yeah, I love the Tillamook Air Museum. That's a fun one. A fun fact, there's really low oxygen levels in there. I get really, really out of breath when I'm in there. Especially certain areas. I can't explain it. I don't know why. Somebody else can probably do it. It's an incredible building built to hold blimps during World War II. So these huge buildings are made out of all timber, just a fire hazard there. But it's they were designed, you know, like early warning during World War II for the West Coast and stuff like that. There's quite a few of them in California. Most of them are gone. I think one of YouTube's offices is built in one down in Southern California. But yeah, the Tillamook Air Museum is a cool air museum. They've got a lot of fun stuff there. I haven't been probably in like almost 10 years, but when I went there, it was awesome. I loved it. I read they're working on a new SR-71. There's always rumors about that. There's rumors about the Aurora, the scramjet, and all that stuff. But sadly, that stuff never makes it out of Area 51 or Edwards or whatever, as far as like the public ever gets to see. But yeah, there's always rumors of the Aurora, the SR-72, all that stuff. But we've never actually ever seen them. Not to say there isn't them. There's a ton of planes that they keep hidden away that we never get to see that are really cool. It's ironic the Air Museum has low oxygen. I don't know what it is, but there's a certain part in there that I always just like, I remember I just feeling like absolutely like my lungs were burning. I don't know why. I have no idea. You should break in Area 51. I know somebody's been there. They said it's really boring. the fire station has a lot of UFO things in it. Lots of like green men, you know, just lots of memorabilia they just have in there as decorations. But the good stuff, you know, that's behind the doors. I've never been to the East Coast, sadly. So someday I would like to go to the Air and Space Museum in Washington. And they keep the alien tech in Area 77. That is actually true. That is true. We'll keep that between you and me. Yeah, there's some other great museums I would love to go to someday. Question for people who live in Southern California. You know that you have Endeavor down there at your museum. Have they started construction on the vertical stand for Endeavor? Because when I was there, Endeavor was just on its like wheelie cart in a vertical orientation, and they had like a display over the side. It said, you know, if we get enough donations, we're gonna, you know, put it on like a full stack, and we're gonna have it vertical, and you can go up on different levels and see it. Have they started that? Because if they do that, I want to go back and see it. Endeavor was really cool to see, but I want to see if it's like elevated. Let's see. Have you watched Owl House? No, I've never even heard of it. Is it good? Man, we really went down the rabbit hole on our on our aviation talk. Do you support an NFL team? I've never been super into NFL too much. My brothers and my dad were, but I don't know. I was like the younger one, just like looking in. I was like, "What's going on? Go away." Okay. So I never really got into sports too much. I don't know what this Owl House is. I don't know. I don't know either. I know everybody's excited about Owl House. I have no idea what it is. But there we go, guys. Any other aviation things? Any other aviation things we're excited about? Anything? Final aviation talk. Anything good? Okay, as I said, I can't think of anything exciting coming. Like Boeing killed its middle of the market aircraft, the 797. That ain't happening. That is not happening. So we don't have that to look forward to. I think Boeing or Airbus just has iterations on its current aircraft that are coming down the road. Boeing has enough disasters on its hand right now between the 787, the 769 tanker, the Starliner, and SLS to deal with. So we're not seeing anything new from them. So yeah, this is kind of a sad time.
One bit attacked. X500. If or when you come to the UK, please visit the Duxford Imperial War Museum, which is the largest in Europe, and the London Imperial War Museum.
I've heard of those. I will definitely see those for sure. Yeah, I'm very excited to go to those museums at some point. Yeah, I have a long list of things I want to do. I also want to go to Normandy. That's something on my list too. That's something on my list. Seaplanes. Oh, I love seaplanes. I'll post some pictures of my grandpa's model airplanes he built from scratch. Just pieces of wood he put together. He's got a really cool seaplane that he built. Really cool. But there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed today. Kind of a fun improv stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for coming out. And of course, I always enjoy our little random talks about aviation and what have you. So thank you guys all for coming out. Very much appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much for the resubscriptions, the brand new subscriptions, and the gifts and mods. Can't do it without you. So thank you so very much. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you have notifications enabled. And of course, hopefully we get a new video out. We do have 2 videos out from last week. If you haven't had a chance to check those out, definitely do so. And let's figure out who is out in the wonderful worlds of Twitch that we can raid and share the love. Sharing the love. Hey, is that Cleo? Is that a wild Cleo? I don't know if I've ever got a chance to ever raid Cleo. Oh, this is awesome. I don't know if I've ever raided Cleo. Oh, this is going to be amazing. All right. So everybody, we're going to raid Cleo, and make sure you give her a big Scar high five, a wave, whatever it is. So yeah, go enjoy Cleo. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and can't wait to see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.